was doing the updates, and out of nowhere, Boomer Esiason just said, like, Peter Schwartz, you got to be the biggest Jewish guy I've ever seen. And they started talking about big Jewish men. So I sent Boomer a text that Andre Tippett, who is a Pro Football Hall of Famer, converted to Judaism when he got married to his wife, Rhonda. And we were going through, and he goes, oh, yeah, Amari Stoudemire as well. Like, that was some of the names that did come up. And then out of nowhere, Boomer goes, oh, by the way, a large Jewish guy is texting me in Zach Gelb. And it got into the conversation on Boomer and Gio about how we could kind of build an offensive line here around CBS Sports Radio and WFAN. And my name was thrown out there as a tackle. Peter Schwartz's name was thrown out there as an offensive tackle. And then clearly Mraz's name was thrown out there as well to be a center, just a lot of beef right up the middle. And then I started to think when I was hearing this conversation, who else would be good on the offensive line? Now, Gio has slimmed down, but Gio did play offensive line in high school, so it's on Boomer and Gio. I figured I would put Gio on the offensive line. And then I had one more spot. Now, this was right when I woke up. I didn't have my coffee yet, and I was just thinking quickly. I was hot take Gelb for a second. I was taking a play out of your playbook. So I'm thinking around, like, who could I put in that other guard spot? And I thought for a second, maybe Chicken Parm Lou, who does the social media around here, because he's a large, girthy human being. And I said, I'm not going to do Chicken Parm Lou. Then I'm thinking about, like, who else is really big around here? And I was just, like, drawing blanks for some reason. And I couldn't think of another name. So then I said, oh, Pat Boyle is not a fat dude, but he's in shape, and he's a little bit of a larger human being. So I said, oh, I'll make Boyle gain like 20 pounds, and he could be a pulling guard. So I put this photo together of Peter Schwartz, myself, Gio, Mraz, and then also Pat Boyle, and said that would be our CBS Sports Radio WFAN offensive line. Now, right away, I got one response where it was an egregious error. And I will totally admit, Boyle's out because Chris McMonagle said, oh, what about me? And he's 100% right. And I told Chris, you should be honored because I didn't even think about you, so I must not associate you being a slob. Because let's be real. If you're on the offensive line, you kind of get associated with being a slob. And then I got some other names that have been thrown out there, like Big Zoo. That's fine. I just don't, like, Hickey, you look at me like, oh, how do you leave off Big Zoo? Is Big Zoo quick on his feet?
He'd be a good guard.
He would be a good guard?
Yes.
Okay, fine.
Absolutely.
So Big Zoo would definitely be in the conversation. And then a lot of other people in the office were, like, looking at me today that are larger human beings, and they were like, oh, what are you doing? Like, Pete Hoffman? I wouldn't say that. Like, Pete Hoffman is trimmed down. I don't think he could play on the offensive line. Tom Izzo in digital, I think, was a little bit annoyed. So if you're anyone that's on the larger side, which there's a lot of people on the larger side here in radio, just in general, like Hickey walks around and people think he's like Channing Tatum sometimes. And let me tell you,
Jambo Construction and Fencing Company, LLC is a veteran-owned and operated company right here in the Eastern Panhandle of West Virginia that specializes in decks, fencing, and hardscaping. Find us on Facebook at Jambo Construction and Fencing to see more of the projects we've completed. For a free estimate, you can call Bo Bartley at 304-268-5452 or Jamie Gall at 304-279-5053. We are licensed and insured in the state of West Virginia, and as Martinsburg alums, we say, go Bulldogs.
My kids, you know I want the best for you, don't you? We need to have a conversation.
End-of-life planning is no one's favorite discussion, but the relief of having everything in place when the hour of need arrives is a gift. Give it to your family. Plan ahead with us.
Brown Funeral Homes, a leading provider of cremations, invites you to explore the many flexible options of cremation. From environmental considerations to the benefit of greatly reduced cost, it may be the perfect answer for your family. Online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
You've been in an accident. Why won't the insurance company pay? Because they're trying to save money at your expense. Call Mansion Ferretti for your free consultation. We have the experience to deal with the insurance company and get you the compensation you deserve. Mansion Ferretti, when you need justice.
Hey, And the streak continues!
CMA's Martinsburg dealerships continue to knock out the competition with their competitive pricing, extensive selection, and lifetime powertrain warranty. With over 450 new and used vehicles in stock and on the way, CMA won't leave you waiting on a bench.
That's right, CMA's Martinsburg dealerships are once again the most valuable dealers in the area.
For the strongest and deepest lineups, visit CMA's Martinsburg dealerships online at martinsburg.cmacars.com today. And good luck to all Panhandle High School student athletes.
The following is a special sports broadcast presentation of Talk Radio WRNR Martinsburg. Play ball! It's time for the fun and excitement of West Virginia high school baseball. Today's game is being brought to you by
Parsons Ford of Martinsburg, the Skinner Law Firm, Laddie's, Trips Flooring, Jambo Construction and Fencing, the Mirius Group of Financial Advisors, Smallwood and Small Insurance, CMA Honda of Winchester, Bechtel Jewelers, Cody's Auto Body, Rock's Local Markets, CMA Toyota Chevrolet of Martinsburg, Orsini's Home Store, Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies, WVU Medicine Berkeley and Jefferson Medical Centers, the Mansion Ferretti Law Firm, and by Hagerstown Ford.
And now for the pregame show. Let's go out to the field and join our Talk Radio WRNR broadcast team.
Good evening and welcome to P.O. Faulkner Park as we get you set for a conference matchup here in the Eastern Panhandle Athletic Conference between Martinsburg and Spring Mills. It's Hall of Fame night at Martinsburg at P.O. Faulkner Park here for Martinsburg High School. This is the countdown of first pitch brought to you by the Skinner Law Firm. Injury and consumer rights lawyers. Call 304-245-6613 or go to skinnerfirm.com. And Nick, for Martinsburg, I think are actually going to send it over. Whenever they're ready, I'll send it over to the feed here from the PA, which seems to be right now.
Hello. Hey, everyone. Good evening, folks, and welcome. Thank you for joining us for the 14th annual Martinsburg High School Hall of Fame induction ceremonies. Thank you for all those who have put this together. This is a great event, and you guys get to see the outside of it, but there are so many things that go on behind the scenes. And I want to say thank you especially to my admin team, to our secretaries, counselors, other folks who have put a lot of work into this thing. I just get to stand up here and look pretty, and they do all the hard work. So thank you to you folks for that. We've got a great class of inductees here this evening. I want to share with you a little bit about the process of how we got here. Our Hall of Fame committee meets every fall to review the applications that we've received and vote on inductees. As a result of this process, we're here tonight inducting our 14th Hall of Fame class. We've inducted about 110 into the Martinsburg High School Hall of Fame, and we are quickly approaching 150 years of Martinsburg High School. That's less than one per year. So we know there are some great contributors to Martinsburg High School out there that we haven't got to where you folks come in. Go to our website to activities and programs, and under that is our Hall of Fame application. We'd ask that you fill those out and send them in. This evening, our Hall of Fame inductees will be receiving the signature orange blazer, a ring, a lifetime pass to Martinsburg High events, and also there will be a plaque placed in our Hall of Fame trophy case that includes their picture and a list of a few of their accomplishments that were the driving force behind their induction into this Hall of Fame. At this time, I want to turn it over to Wanda Miller for introduction of our inductees.
Good evening. We are going to start with the contributing class, and when we finish those, we'll move on to the athletics. Our first inductee this evening is Steve Brock. Steve was a teacher at MHS for 32 years. During that time, he wore many hats as an educator and as a coach. As a teacher, he served as department chair, a member of the School Improvement Council, a mentor teacher, and an inclusion teacher. He was a member of a variety of committees, including attendance, safety, scholarship selection, and National Honor Society selection. Steve was also head freshman football coach, varsity football defensive coordinator, softball assistant coach, and wrestling assistant coach. Steve is the husband to Michelle and the proud father of Stephanie and stepfather to Ryan. Please welcome Steve Brock.
Good evening. Thank you for attending today's ceremony. I am so humbled and honored to be inducted into the Martinsburg High School Hall of Fame. It was a privilege to teach and coach at Martinsburg High School. I had the opportunity to work with talented students, gifted athletes, and to be a part of a school culture of academic excellence. I am very grateful. I would like to thank Brian Harrison for nominating me. Thank you, Brian. And thank Marcy Alwyn, Brent Garrett, Virginia Hicks, Ron Stevens, and Ken Pack for their letters of support. I want to recognize my family and thank them for their support over the years. I want to thank my wife for all the hard work that she helped me in my preparation for teaching. Lastly, special thanks to the students, athletes, parents, and my colleagues for all of the great memories. I am truly honored to be a member of the Martinsburg School Hall of Fame class of 2022. Congratulations to all the members. Thank you.
Our next inductee is Anita Cooper. Anita's husband is also a member of the Hall of Fame, as is her father. Anita is the member of the class of 1979. She is reluctant to be in the spotlight, so many of her contributions are known only to the recipients of her kindness and generosity. During her high school years, Anita was active in Future Business Leaders of America. She placed highly in local, regional, and national competitions. Anita did all the typing needed to produce the 1979 yearbook. She received the Hattie Snyder Scholarship. Anita stayed close to her alma mater, serving various roles in the Alumni Association. Her knowledge of all things MHS is often called upon by class reunion planners. Anita and her husband Larry provide guidance and advice to many student athletes. They have provided financial support for numerous MHS projects, including P.O. Faulkner Park and the Brett Twigg batting facility. Many are familiar with Anita's favorite hobby, photography. She documents those special moments, plays, and events, and shares her photos with others. She was instrumental in assembling the 100-year baseball book. Anita is active in Sisters Acts, FCA, and her husband's youth ministry programs. Anita has been a true ambassador of MHS. Anita Cooper.
Thank you very much. First of all, I want to thank my Heavenly Father for his many blessings. I also want to thank those on the Hall of Fame committee who believed I was worthy of this great honor, and for those behind the scenes who put this festive event together. It is an honor to be inducted in the Martinsburg High School Hall of Fame with so many prestigious inductees who have graced the halls at Martinsburg with their academic achievements, creativity, and athleticism. I know my parents, Walter and Vivian Ridenour, would be so proud of me receiving this great honor. And I appreciate those who are here to support me tonight, and all of those friends, family, classmates, teachers, and co-workers who nominated me. Darla, Vicki, Kay, Bob, John, J.R., Emmy, John, Kip, and last but especially not least, my wonderful and caring husband, Larry, or as many of you know him as Coach Coop. It is through his association with the football and baseball teams over the last 33 years in our church youth group that I've been involved in various capacities and met so many great young adults and supportive parents and grandparents who have turned out to be wonderful friends. It's also been great having them come up to us and see how successful they've become over the years and to introduce us to their families and friends. It's important to have friends and family on which you can depend. Our parents had a lot of close friends with whom we still keep in touch. My parents encouraged me and raised me to be respectful of my elders by treating people the way I would like to be treated. Remember to treat everyone, but especially those who are older than you, with respect, as you may learn something from them, and someday, if you live long enough, you will be in their shoes. I'll leave you with this thought. Greet people with a smile. It's an international language, and it's good for your health. Thank you again for this great honor.
Our next inductee is Dennis Etherington, formerly known as Coach E. Dennis came to Berkeley County in 1972 to begin his teaching career after graduating from California State College of Pennsylvania. He transferred to South Middle School after 4 years at Rosemont Elementary. He remained at South for 29 years. The move to middle school allowed him to coach at Martinsburg High, where he coached football for 20 years and baseball for 25 years. He ended his coaching in 2004, and in 2006 became the assistant principal at Eagle School Intermediate, from which he retired in 2013 after 41 years in Berkeley County schools. Somehow, in addition to his teaching and coaching jobs, Dennis found the time to contribute to his community as a city councilman and city treasurer, as well as being active with Martinsburg Little League, the Boys and Girls Club, and War Memorial Park Association. Dennis has been married to Susan for the past 46 years. They have 2 children, Brian, who is married to Heather and has 3 children, Addie, Asher, and Kendall, and Laura Bingham, who is married to Dave and has 2 children, Emma and Dylan. Dennis Etherington.
I look around at this group and I either coached with them, taught them in school, or coached them. All of them.
I was told to be ready to give the 1 to 3 minute speech tonight, but I'm afraid I might go over that limit. And I can because I'm 72 years old. I coached for 25 years at the same school, and I'm the guy with the microphone in my hand. I'm truly appreciative, honored, and somewhat humbled with this induction into the MHS Hall of Fame. I would be remiss if I didn't mention my wife, Susan, who, while I was at meetings, practices, or games, she was holding down the fort at home. She was the one taking the kids to sporting practices or games. She was the one taking our daughter to dance or cheerleading practice. She allowed me to do the one thing that I enjoyed doing the most. That was combining sports and kids. So a big shout out to my wife Susan, who's somewhere out there in the crowd. I coached football at Martinsburg for 20 years under 5 different coaches. I started with Bob Kaminsky in 1977, and Bob was a hard worker. He was probably the hardest working coach that I served under. And he expected his assistants to work just as hard, and we did. When Bob got out of coaching, Greg Dorn came upon the scene. And when Greg met with the staff members who were returning from Bob's staff, he told us that he realized we had a family, and he was a family person himself. And he told us that from the time we got on the field to the time we got off of the field, we would be there for 2 hours, no longer. What we didn't get done that day would do the next. And he held true to that. When Greg left, Ronnie Gray took over. I coached with Ronnie in freshman football for a few years before he left and went to Hedgesville. Then he came back as the head coach at Martinsburg, and he moved me up from the head JV position to the varsity offensive and defensive line coach. I served under that position through Ronnie's realm and also Nick Razel's realm. As I said, I coached under 5 head coaches at Martinsburg High School. 4 of them were as great a human being as they were coaches. Now for the nitty-gritties. When my name, I was told that when my name appeared on the nomination list for the selection of members to the Hall of Fame, 2 former players of mine who were on the selection committee looked at each other and said, "We thought he was already in the Hall of Fame. We thought he came in with Holmes." We always thought that they came as a package. I coached with Vic for 16 years, so when I heard that comment, I considered it a great compliment. Vic Holmes and I coached together for 15 years, and when we were coaching together and had the players that we did for those 16 years, we were good. We were real good. We won several sectional titles, which led to regional titles. And there was many times when we made the trip to Charleston. 3 of those trips to Charleston, when we came back, we had the state AAA baseball championship. That was 1983, 1986, and 1995, 6 years apart. And if you ever get into the facility over there, the hitting facility, you can see the pictures of those teams. They were really, really good teams. During those 16 years, we had several kids that went on and played college ball. Several of them also went on and played professional baseball in the minor leagues. And 2 of them went on and played in the major leagues. Vic and I worked together from March until the middle of June. We were together most of the days from the time we got up until we went home after dark. Sometimes we went into school early and had batting practice before school even started, went and taught our classes, and then practiced after school. The kids loved it. We loved it. Just a few thoughts for today's players. Spring Mills, you guys listen up. Bulldogs, you listen up. The game hasn't changed. You still have to run, catch, throw, and hit a round ball with a round bat squarely. Make the routine play. The tremendous play, sensational play, they'll come eventually, but just make the routine play. Don't pack the bags until the game's over. The game's not over till the final out. Now this is me. Don't wear your team cap turned backward on your head. If you want to wear a hat backwards, get a John Deere hat and wear it. But your team cap you wear with the boot facing forward, because when you put it backwards, your cap and the back of your head looks like the tail feathers of a duck. And you know what's right below the tail feathers of a duck? Remember, baseball is a game, and games are supposed to be fun. So win or lose, have fun. But remember, winning is more fun. Hey, play hard and have fun. Thank you.
On to the athletic class, and our first athletic inductee is Michael Ferguson. Michael Ferguson is a member of the class of 1988. He was a 2-sport athlete, lettering in football and basketball. In football, Michael received All-State, All-Tri-State, and All-CVAL honors. He was the team captain and received the MHS Senior Athlete Award. Mike also excelled in the classroom, maintaining honor roll status. He received the Martin Luther King Scholarship for academics. Michael earned his BS in chemistry from Shepherd and his MBA from the University of Phoenix. He currently works as quality manager for Rust-Oleum in Hagerstown. Mike mentors area youth as a part of the Big Brothers program, as a past volunteer, and as a Read Aloud volunteer. He has also coached AAU basketball and EPYFL football. Mike is married to Barbara, a member of the class of 1990, and is father to Cameron and Michaela, who are both MHS alumni. Michael Ferguson.
Good evening. This is a great honor, and I would like to thank everyone involved in getting me into Hall of Fame. The many great teachers and coaches at MHS, and I would like to thank two in particular, Coach Greg Dorn and Dr. Bernard Knott, two men that had a big impact on my life. Coach Dorn was my junior and senior football coach. I was a running back until Dorn got a hold of me. He had other ideas for me, and that was to put me on the line as a right guard. I did not like it one bit, but I agreed because it was a sport and we just had to do what we had to do to play and win. My senior year, I went back. He told me that I would get the backfield my senior year because when I was a junior, there were a lot of seniors running. I said okay to that. My senior year, he would not let me run the ball anymore because my junior year I made All-State. And he said he could not lose his All-State guard, not even in my senior year. Sorry about that. That is better, isn't it? Wow. So he wanted me to remain on the offensive line. My senior year I made All-State again. Football helped to get me to college where I did become a first-string fullback as a freshman. But then I didn't stick with that because education was more important to me. I guess the moral of the story is to listen to your coach because they have a plan that you may not understand, but it will be effective. And last but not least, Mr. Knott, Dr. Knott. He taught pre-calculus. He was very sharp. I remember he would always stand outside the classroom and greet us by saying, "It's time to massage the brain." Dr. Knott is special to me because he prepared me for my future in science. My college classes were calculus-based, so the foundation that I received from him helped me to finish college. I was a junior in a class of seniors in that pre-calc class, and there was a field trip planned to New York that I couldn't afford to go to. He paid for me to go, and it was my first time in a big city. Not only did he teach me math, but he also taught me to give back when the opportunity arises. I coached youth league sports for many years. That gave me the opportunity to give back. I would spend the first half of coaching reviewing homework with the kids, along with my wife Barbara, who always helped with the other things. I did the math and science, and she liked to do the reading, history, things like that. So we kind of worked it together. And then the last hour and a half was always basketball practice. So in conclusion, have an open mind and help people as this world becomes more difficult for some to navigate. Thank you.
Our next athletic inductee is a legend to a certain age group, and that is Johnny Johnson. Everyone has a story about his athletic exploits in high school or as an adult. He has also been described as the world's greatest husband, father, and poppy, as well as arguably the greatest Bulldog fan ever. Johnny was a member of the 1964 CVAL championship football team. In 1965, he received CVAL honorable mention for tailback and defensive back and was named a Double E performer for effort and excellence. Johnny's speed played off as a member of the record-setting 440 relay team and tied for the 880 record in track. Post-high school, Johnny tried out for the Baltimore Orioles and signed and played semi-pro baseball for the Martinsburg Yanks. Later in life, he was famous as a slow pitch and fast pitch softball player, winning many national tournaments. Johnny also coached numerous youth sport teams and women's slow pitch softball. The first year that Martinsburg High School initiated a Hall of Fame, After the induction, I had multiple people come to me and say, why isn't Johnny Johnson in the Hall of Fame? And I said, we need to receive a nomination. Every year since then, someone has said they were going to nominate him, but the application never arrived. Thankfully, this year, this mistake has been remedied. Accepting on Johnny's behalf is his wife, Kathy, and his son, Jason.
My husband, those who I'm sorry he's not here today to receive this honor. He has been waiting for this for so long. And I just want to thank Martinsburg High School. Thank you.
Now we're going to get the younger edition of the Johnson duo. Jason Johnson is a member of the class of 1991, and he is Johnny's son. Jason was a three-sport athlete, played football, basketball, and baseball. He was a member of the 1989 state championship baseball team, the 1990 state runner-up basketball team, and the first MHS football team to win a playoff game. As a senior, Jason received the Victor Glover Outstanding Male Athlete Award and the Golden Glove Award for baseball. Jason earned a degree from Shepherd College and accolades as a football player for the Rams. He was a three-time first-team All-Wiviac nominee and a three-time NAIA All-American. Jason holds the Shepherd record for most season kickoff returns and kickoff return yards earned. He held the interception record for nearly 20 years, but now, alas, he has dropped to second place. It should come as no surprise that Jason was inducted into the Shepherd Hall of Fame in 2010. Jason earned a Master's of Education from Fairmont and became a coach at Charlestown Middle School. He is as good a coach as he was a player, his team winning 5 middle school championships. Jason is the husband of Nikki, and they have 3 children, Jaden, Lyric, and Justice. Jason Johnson.
Before I begin, I'd like to quote my dad, Johnny Johnson. What took y'all so damn long? My family and I are really sad he isn't here. It's honor. He loved being a Bulldog. I would like to thank my wife, Nikki Johnson, for writing an amazing letter for my dad and me also. I love you. My mom, just for being my mom. My siblings, JJ, Curtis, Serena, my kids, Jaden, Lyric, and Justice. I would like to thank the Hall of Fame Committee for inducting my dad and me into the class of 2022. I guess it is. Even though this is 2023. I want to thank all the coaches who played a part in shaping and molding my outstanding sports career. Some of the ones who stand out are, of course, my dad. He was my first coach. He coached me in Major League Football with the Browns, Little League Baseball with the Angels, and Senior League Baseball with the Mets. My dad was my toughest coach, but he also was my biggest fan, along with my mom.
My dad and mom traveled all over the East Coast to support me in all of my sports. They rarely, if ever, missed a game. My dad was quite the athlete in his own right. He led it in 4 sports here in Martinsburg, played football, basketball, baseball, and ran track. Tried with the Baltimore Orioles. You already heard he played semi-pro baseball. Simply put, my dad was the definition of an athlete. As he grew older, he played slow and fast-pitch softball. He won many tournaments, and we traveled to many tournaments. And I grew up on the softball diamond in Leetown with many of my friends. Ryan Creek, Robbie and Matt Sprinkle, Dave Trail, Jason and Brian Martin, and many others. My dad was an even better man than an athlete. He loved his family and would do anything to help. My dad would walk into a bar, not know anybody, but he would leave with new friends. That's the kind of man my dad was. The kind of man I hope to be with him. Sorry. I would like to thank all the coaches who had an impact in my life. Starting with the guy who coached beside my dad, John Grove, Coach Ron Gray, Coach Dennis Ebbington, Coach Anderson, Coach Steve Brock, Coach Harmon, Coach Dave Rogers. And no disrespect to the coaches I just named, but 2 of my all-time favorite coaches that I've run through a wall for, Coach Vic Holmes, who was my baseball coach and my basketball coach, and also my gym teacher, and Coach Jeff Castile, who was my college defensive coordinator at Shepherd. I'd also like to thank Coach Monty Cater, Coach Vic Raisel, and all Shepherd College, now university staff who helped me reach my full potential at Shepherd, and also get elected to their 2010 Hall of Fame class. I'm sure I've forgotten some of my coaches, and for that I'm sorry. I'm 50 years young now, and I'm sure I will remember you after I sit down. I had a pretty good athletic career at Martinsburg and at Shepherd University. I was an outstanding 3-sport athlete here at Martinsburg High School. I excelled in football, basketball, and baseball. I earned many awards in these sports, not bragging, just telling the truth. Martinsburg High School set the foundation, but I took off once I enrolled at Shepherd University. I was a 3-time All-American, 4-time West Virginia Intercollegiate Athletic Conference defensive back. I held the West Virginia Conference interception record with 29 for almost 15 years, and I still hold records to this day. Most kickoff returns in the season with 22, and for 548 yards. That was set in 1992. I was fortunate to play on teams with arguably one of the greatest athletes to ever play at Martinsburg High School, besides myself and my father, Marcellus Basie. I played on sports teams with Spencer Ferguson, Anthony Dokes, Smokey Grantham, Eric Johnson, Dave McKenzie. My class of 91 boys, one of them is sitting right over there. One of my best friends, Mr. Freddie Ferguson. Fred Bones is what we call him. I want to thank you for writing those beautiful words for me and my dad to help get us here today, Freddie. I'll never forget you, man. My other boys, Aaron Pohl, Troy Feldman, Kingsley and Kent Creamer, Matt Robinson, David Shank, J.R. Hamilton, Eric Coles, Troy Green, the list goes on and on. Man, we had some great times in the halls, on the various sports fields, and still to this day, we continue to make memories. I was and still am blessed. I would like to wrap up with a quote from one of my favorite basketball players, rest in paradise, Mr. Kobe Bryant, and it says, "Have a good time. Life is too short to get bogged down and be discouraged. You have to keep moving. You have to keep going. Put one foot in front of the other, smile, and just keep on rolling." Thank you, Martinsburg.
Class of 2005. He was a 3-sport athlete participating in football, basketball, and track. Nate garnished numerous All-State accolades, including the Kennedy Award as the top football player in the state. Nate helped lead his teams to multiple state championship appearances and state tournaments. He continued his football career at WVU. Nate Sowers.
Thank you guys for having me out tonight, and thank you to the committee for putting me in the Hall of Fame. I want to give a shout out to Davis Moore over there. He was the one that nominated me. I just found out that week, or this week, so I appreciate it coming from a former teammate. That really means a lot. You know, I certainly wouldn't be here without the help of a lot of people in my life. I'm very blessed to come from Martinsburg and such a great community to be raised up in. And I really just want to give a couple of shout outs to the people that helped me get here today. It's got to start with my parents, Mom and Dad. You were the best parents a kid could ask for. Now that I'm a young parent myself, I really am starting to realize the sacrifices you made to get me to practice on time, to give me advice, and how to keep working and how to keep pushing myself harder than when I thought I could. So thank you very much for that, and I'll be forever indebted, and I love you. Speaking of family, I have to go with my 3 older brothers. I remember being younger, and that's kind of where the dream started, is watching them out on the ball field or court, and I just wanted to be just like them, all good athletes, and really gave me something to chase, and I really appreciate that, and I couldn't have done it without that motivation. And I also thank you guys for being a little hard on me growing up too. I appreciate it. A lot of great coaches in this area when I was going up, and there was just a couple that really stuck out in my mind. The first one would be my first football coach, Tony Burrell. I think he's still involved in youth football around this area, and you couldn't ask for a better guy in that position. I remember being 9 years old, and honestly, I didn't want to play quarterback because I didn't want to call the play. That was, for whatever reason, one of my biggest fears, and he always kept things light, always kept things fun, but knew how to push you when you needed it, and I'll forever be in debt to him as well. The other one's over here, Vic Lucas. He's the one that really taught me you know, the value of fundamentals and the ability to show up every day and do the same things over and over again, and what that can lead to and what kind of successes you can have. So I really appreciate that. He actually coached me in basketball. He can coach anything he wants. He's a great coach. One final youth coach I want to give a shout out to was Dave Stokes. He was my baseball coach and Little League All-Stars. And he was really the first coach to really push me. He had an intensity about him that, you know, was a little scary at the time as a 12-year-old, but now as an adult, I really understand why he was like that and why he demanded more out of us. And I really appreciated him going away, and probably a big reason I ended up coming up to Martinsburg. And last but not least, for my coaches, Coach David Walker. I'm sure you guys have heard of him. He really was like a second father to me in high school. I could always go to him about anything. And I think his best value as a coach and why he had success and is continuing to have success at the collegiate level, high school level, whatever, is because he has the ability to find out how kids work and how to motivate them, because everybody has a different style. Everybody reacts differently to coaching, and he has a knack for really getting the best out of every single kid. And he certainly did that for me. So I really appreciate him. I think that's about it. I really just want to give a big shout out to my family, my beautiful wife and 2 kids sitting up there. You guys are everything to me. You're my rock. You're the inspiration behind trying to be a better person. And I just really appreciate you guys, and I love you. And as a final thought, I think athletics is one of the greatest tools that you can have to teach you life lessons. I'm learning that now in my adult life, and I'm greatly appreciative of being able to step out on that court and step out on that field and learn those lessons and carry them on today, and hopefully carry those lessons on to my children. So thank you, Martinsburg. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, folks, for coming out tonight, and let's get some more applications so we can induct more great contributors to Martinsburg High School like these folks. Thank you very much. Let's play ball.
That was the Hall of Fame induction here at Martinsburg High School. As they clean things up, we'll step aside for a 2-minute break and continue the pregame show. After this 2-minute break, you're tuned into EPAC Baseball and Talk Radio WRNR 2. Time back in 2 minutes.
There's a local family moving in our territory.
What do you want from me?
Taste it. It's really good.
We'll go to the mattresses.
It's not personal. It's strictly business. Leave the guns. Take the pizza.
Rocks, now serving hot, fresh pizza to die for.
Ow, that really hurt.
Happiness grows here. Orr's Farm Market.
Spring has sprung. Time to head to Orr's Farm Market to find your flowers, veggie plants, bagged mulches, and potting soil. Visit our bakery counter to try our new homemade quiches, pepperoni rolls, and don't forget our pie flavor of the month for April, Boston cream pie. We have West Virginia food products, local coffee, honey, maple syrup, dairy, and meat. We have 25 new Orr's jam and salsa flavors for you to try. Check us out at orrsfarmmarket.com, and remember, Orr's Farm Market, happiness grows here.
To get the best opportunity to be seen and recruited, join the American Legion Post 14 Hornets baseball team. Managed by Trip Tobin, Post 14 will prepare you for the next level by playing the best possible schedule, along with an experienced coaching staff and alumni coming back to help guide you through the process. Don't believe me? Ask Washington Patriot and Fairmont State commit Cam Moore.
I've gotten a lot of looks with Post 14 more than any other team. It's probably been one of my favorite teams to play for.
The Berkeley Post 14 Hornets are the premier Legion baseball team in the area.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
Welcome back here to the Skinner Law Firm countdown to first pitch. It's now time for the interview. The coaches' interview is brought by Laddie's Bar and Grill, located at 107 Lutz Avenue. If you're looking for some fun nightlife and great food at affordable prices, then dining at Laddie's or carry out by calling the 304-263-5233.
Joined by head coach of the Spring Mills Cardinals, Coach Brad Barrett. And Coach, you guys had a pretty good start to the season, kind of wavered off, but a better season than last year so far.
I mean, yeah, honestly, our last 10, 12 games, we're just not hitting the ball, man. We're not producing any runs, and giving up 3-4 runs. Our pitching staff's doing their jobs. We just can't hit right now. We're not really producing any runs and scoring any runs right now, so we're trying to change that tonight.
And you got a transfer coming in this year, Bromwell. From what I understand, he got hurt a little while ago, but he's back on the mend, playing a little bit now. What have you liked from him so far this season?
I mean, man, he was our dude at the beginning of the year. We couldn't ask for much more out of him. He got hurt. He took his time. He's slowly getting back out there. He's been on the mound, I think, once since then. He looked good last time, so we're hoping we can see what he can do next time he's on the mound.
On the mound tonight, you got Gerardin for your team. Obviously, he's been a guy that's been on your team for a couple of years now, and he's seen the EPAC. And what do you like from him so far?
He's a gritty kid, man. He's tough, but he's not going to give up on certain innings where we kind of get a couple errors there, boot the ball around a little bit. He's a kid that's going to kind of encourage his teammates to bring them back up. We make some errors, but like I said, we just got to score runs, hit tonight, and then we'll see how it goes.
We kind of talked about the tough stretch that you're on right now, but you seems like you're not wavering. You're challenging your team with some really good teams that you're seeing.
I mean, I've been saying this since day one, man. If you want to compete at this level and you want to win at a high level, you got to beat better teams, right? I mean, we're playing teams like Morgantown University, Hurricane. Those guys are always in the state title. Those are teams that you want to compete against. If you want to be good, you got to beat the good teams. That's all.
All right, Coach. Thanks for the time. Best of luck.
Thanks, man.
Joined by. We're joined by Martinsburg head baseball coach Aaron Byler. And Coach, you split a doubleheader at East Hardy the other day. What happened in those 2 games?
Well, I mean, that's no secret with Reisenweber being hurt and Jameer Brown being hurt that we're a little limited with pitching. That's not an excuse. The guys that we threw out there did just fine. They hit the ball a little better than we did in that second game, and compound that with some walks and a couple big hits, and you end up on the wrong side of things.
And looking through Game Changer, Solly, you gave Sifford a day off from behind the plate. But he was pretty successful in that first game. I think he had 3 RBIs in the game, and that obviously helps when a guy's caught so much over the past month.
Yeah, I mean, Sifford's tired. He needed a day off. Victor McCarrier, the backup, is very capable. I thought he did a good job. We're still able to get Sifford, at bats as the DH, and I thought he did a good job for us as well.
Moving on to tonight's conference matchup, sectional matchup. It's big going down the stretch of the season. You're facing Spring Mills. You beat them once already this season, but obviously they're a team that, they have good spurts and, they can kind of beat you at any point.
Yeah, I mean, Spring Mills is very capable of coming in here and winning tonight. We have to make sure that we're ready to go. I think with Hall of Fame night, it gives a little extra buzz, probably a big crowd on hand tonight. So I think our kids are ready. Kind of gave them the day off yesterday, kind of told them to refocus, come back hungry tonight, and this is a must-win. We got to win tonight.
And Lupus on the mound for you. Obviously, he's produced pretty well this season. What can you say about his success on the mound?
I mean, Mike's been tremendous for us. He's got a big win against Jefferson, a win against Hedgesville, and we're hoping he'll go out, pound his own, throw strikes, got all the faith in the world in him, and hopefully they'll get a big win here tonight against Spring Mills.
Coach, thanks for your time. Best of luck.
Thanks, Spencer.
Those were the coaches' interviews brought to you by Laddie's Bar and Grill, located at 107 Lutz Avenue in Martinsburg. It's now time for your weather. That's brought to you by CMA's Toyota Martinsburg on Foxcroft Avenue. Home of the lifetime limited powertrain warranty with every new vehicle that they sell at no additional cost to you, the consumer. It's a brisk 85 degree or 77 now as it's dropped down. There is a slight chance for some storms around 8 p.m. Hopefully those taper off and go away from us here at P.O. Faulkner Park. Sunset around 7:55 tonight. Feels like 75. Wind's making it a little cooler, but that's your weather brought to you by CMA's Toyota of Martinsburg. Now it's time for the starting lineups brought to you by Trips Flooring. Not sure where to go or who to trust with your flooring needs? Call Trips Flooring at 304-229-7009 or online at tripsfloorsanding.com. We'll start first with the visitors in the Spring Mills Cardinals. Batting first, the right fielder number 14, Jackson Engel. Batting second, the center fielder number 7, Caden Compton. Batting third, the designated hitter number 4, Aiden Ecklenberg. He is DHing for the first baseman, Tyler Cover. And the number 4 spot tonight is third baseman number 24, Alex Bromwell. Batting fifth, the pitcher number 9, Peyton Girardin. Batting in the 6th spot, shortstop number 8, Jacob Kumley. Batting 7th, the catcher number 22, Mason Everhart. Batting 8th, the left fielder number 10, Sam Taylor. And batting 9th, the second baseman, number 17, J.P. Sweeney. Now for the Martinsburg Bulldogs, no DH for them in the lineup tonight, so they're going to go straight down the line. Batting first, number 7, the center fielder, Jordan Canby. Batting second, the third baseman, number 24, Braden Oviedo. Batting third, the shortstop, number 5, Carson Buber. Batting fourth, the pitcher, number 3, Michael Lupus. Batting fifth, the catcher, number 4, Landon Sifford. Batting first, the first baseman, number 9, Owen Rubenthal. Batting 7th, the left fielder, number 25, Isaac Grove. Batting 8th, the right fielder, number 20, Murphy Clement. Batting 9th, the second baseman, number 2, Keegan Everhart. And that'll do it here for the pregame show. We'll step aside for a 3-minute break. On the other side of that break, we'll have first pitch. You're tuned in to EPAC Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR TV 10. Dylan back in 3 minutes.
Whether it's a strain, sprain, or fracture, WVU Medicine Orthopedics and Sports Medicine in Charlestown and Spring Mills now offers same-day appointments. No referral is needed unless required by your insurance carrier. WVU Medicine Orthopedics and Sports Medicine offers the exceptional care you expect for the injuries you don't. For same-day appointments at WVU Medicine Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, call 304-725-BONE.
Hi,
Hi, Crescia Hornby here. Larry DeMarco, broker of Modern Realty Results, believes he has some of the best real estate agents in the Eastern Panhandle. Agents at Modern Realty Results have years of experience and knowledge of the local real estate market. Agents within the office work as a team to provide quality customer service. We strive to always ensure client satisfaction through handling every transaction with honesty and integrity, all while offering competitive rates. Modern Realty Results is veteran-owned and managed. Please call us at 262-4222, modernrealtyresults.com.
Before the invitations and the dress, the flowers, cake, candles, or vows, there was an answer to a question proposed with a ring.
Bechtel Jewelers knows that an important part of your wedding happens before the I-dos. We're a diamond store with an engagement and bridal jewelry selection that's both exciting and accessible.
On the big day, there's everything else and there's the ring. Make sure you get this one right at Bechtel Jewelers in Inwood.
Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, trip nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg. Looking for some nightlife? Then look no further. Laddie's Bar & Grill has a full bar and kitchen, pool table, and entertainment with great food at affordable prices. You can dine in or carry out by calling us at 304-263-5233. Laddie's is open Monday through Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 3 a.m. and Sundays from 10 a.m. to 3 a.m. We serve breakfast all day long, and our lunch and dinner specials are posted every day on our Facebook page. So stop on in to Laddie's Bar & Grill, located at 107 Lutz Avenue in Martinsburg.
Welcome back here to P.O. Faulkner Park as we get you set for first pitch. First pitch brought to you by CMA Chevy of Martinsburg. Make your way to CMA Chevrolet of Martinsburg on Foxcroft Avenue today for quality vehicles, a friendly team, and professional service at every step of the way. Chevrolet. Find New Road. Spencer Dupuis, Nick Verzolini, happy to have you with us here tonight. Cameramen this evening, John Alderton and Colin McLaughlin back in the studio. Dylan Bishop. Trip Tobin off tonight as it's his dad's 70th birthday. They're celebrating with the boys' weekend, so Trip, have a great time, and happy birthday to Trip's father. Great guy.
Yeah, definitely. Happy birthday to him. I know we've gotten some food from him, not necessarily for us, but for Martinsburg baseball, and they invited us down. And also, I think, we did at Musselman one time. Trip brought some food.
The wings. Those were delicious wings.
But also just, happy birthday to Mr. Tobin.
Yeah. All right, here. We just set for first pitch. Michael Lupus on the mound for the Martinsburg Bulldogs. 4-1 on the season with a 3.5 ERA, 28 innings pitched, 28 hits allowed, 15 runs, 14 earned, 21 strikeouts to 8 walks. Leading off is the right fielder, number 14, Jackson Engel, hitting .233 on the season. Here is first pitch coming up from P.O. Faulkner Park. From Michael Lupus, first pitch is in there high for ball one. First pitch at 7:27 p.m.
And both teams repping their, kind of alternate uniform.
Yeah. Second pitch in there for a called strike one. And Martinsburg with the orange jerseys, the black numbers with the white trim. That one fouled off, brings the count to 1-2. And for Spring Mills, they have their red jerseys with the white trim along the neckline and the shoulders down, and the white numbers with gray pants, the red stripe down the side. Martinsburg's white pants with the black stripe down the middle. It's a called strike three to begin things here for Michael Lupus on Jackson Engel. So one up, one down so far on, I believe, 4 pitches.
Lupus has been good all year so far for the Bulldogs, and they're going to need, obviously, another good performance against the Spring Mills team. For Michael Lupus, conference game and a team that has shown some flashes this year of some real potential.
Yeah, first pitch into Caden Compton's a called strike one. He fouls that one off, I believe, giving Chase's Grove, and he cannot make the catch as it's just outside there along the left field line. Close to where Colin is down there with in the camera well. But it's an 0-2 count now to Caden Compton. Hit over to Oviedo at third. He'll throw over to Rubenthal at first for out number 2 on the 5-3 ground out. Now up the DH, number 4, Aiden Eichelberger, hitting .265 on the season for the Cardinals.
Good play there by Oviedo. He makes a lot of more difficult plays a lot easier.
He really does. Sure-handed. Either you're going to play him at shortstop or third. Second pitch in there for called strike one brings the count to 1-1. One delivery from Lupus high and inside for ball 2 brings the count to 2-1. First time he's been behind on a hitter today.
And overall, I mean, the Martinsburg defense has been pretty good this year.
2-1 delivery low and outside for ball 3 brings the count to 3-1.
Any combination of this infield has been reliable.
That one fouled off, brings the count full at 3-2. Fouled off to the left side along the third baseline.
Had a few issues here and there in the outfield at times and the corner spots, but you know, Isaac Grove has brought some stability out there. Murphy Clement as well.
And when low for ball 4, take your base, Aiden Eichelberg.
2-out walk.
The 2-out walk. Now to the plate, the third baseman, number 24, Alex Bromwell, hitting .286 on the season. He used to transfer in from Maryland, and he was hurt earlier in the year. He leads the team in batting average. But good to see him back on the field. That one fouled up. Rubenthal giving chase, and he's going to come make the catch for out number 3 on the pop out to the first baseman, Owen Rubenthal, and that will do it for this top of the first inning. We'll be back for the bottom of the first. After this 2-minute break, 1 minute break, you're tuned into EPAC Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Back in 60 seconds. Locust Hill Golf Course invites you to historic Charlestown, West Virginia for 18 holes of phenomenal golf. We're just an hour drive from the Baltimore-D.C. Beltway, 1/2 hour from Winchester and Leesburg, Virginia, as well as Hagerstown and Frederick, Maryland. Each tee offers challenges across the 35 acres of lakes, ponds, and streams, which come into play on 11 holes. The Blue Ridge Mountains also provide a breathtaking backdrop to Locust Hill. Schedule your tee time today at www.locusthillgolfcourse.com or call 304-728-7300. That's 304-728-7300.
Providing reliable protection since 1877, we are Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies. From small beginnings and over a century later, we maintain our dedication to our policyholders to provide dependable insurance protection and excellent customer service. Protecting everything from your home to your business has never been easier. Our team is here to ensure that you, your family, and your assets are taken care of. We enjoy giving back and doing our part to keep Martinsburg a great place to be.
Welcome back here to P.O. Faulkner Park as we get you set for the bottom of the first inning. Due up for Martinsburg, the leadoff man, the center fielder, Jordan Canby, then the third baseman, Braden Oviedo, then the shortstop, Carson Buber. Warm-up pitches coming from Peyton Girardin. Let's look at his numbers on the season here, if I can pull it up real fast. Pull it up here into the stats section. In 22 2/3 innings, 5 games played, 3 started. He's 1-2 on the season. 26 hits given up, 16 runs, 14 earned, 13 walks, 24 strikeouts with an ERA of 4.32. The starter for the Cardinals tonight. Tyler Cover has the most innings pitched. He's playing first base and being DH'd for tonight. And then Bromwell has the third most innings. He's just getting back on the mound, as you heard in the interview with Coach Barrett after his injury. As Canby comes to the plate, hitting .288 on the season with 12 RBIs. First pitch from Girardin is high and ball 1. Kind of looked like the first pitch that Lupus had was high and tight. The 1-0 delivery low for ball 2 as Everhart tried to pick it up and frame it. Unfortunately, he couldn't get it. The 2-0 delivery high for ball 3. Canby's bat has yet to move it from his shoulder. And ideally there is he hasn't really seen any good pitches to hit, Nick.
Yeah, and if you're not seeing good pitches, obviously you're going to take until you get a strike.
3-0 delivery right down the middle for called strike 1.
And I mean, that's typically the leadoff approach anyway, especially to begin the ball game.
Yeah. 3-1 delivery. And that's low for ball 4. Walk the leadoff man and Jordan Canby. And Martinsburg's got a base runner on for Braden Oviedo, who leads the team when it comes to everyday players with 362 batting average, 14 RBIs. Murphy Clement's got a 368 average, but he has not played. He's kind of pinch hit a few times and played sparingly throughout the season so far, but he gets the starting right tonight. Oviedo hitting 362. They try to throw over to Canby, who we know can run.
Yeah, and you might run him here. I mean, first inning, you get an opportunity to grab an early lead if you let Canby run.
Low for ball 1.
But that was Girardin's 14th walk given up this season. And runners have an 81% stolen base percentage against them.
The 1-0 in there for called strike 1. Brings the count even at 1-1.
And as a team, Spring Mills gives up 88% on stolen base attempts. So the numbers are in your favor at least.
Tries to throw over again. They do, but Canby's back in time. Once again, first pitch was at 7:27, just about 8 minutes ago. They had Martinsburg High School Hall of Fame induction. This began around 6:30 and lasted till 7:15. 1-1 pitch in there for called strike 2 on Oviedo. The 1-2 delivery. That one hit over to the first baseman, Cover. He throws over to the lead runner in Canby, and they get him at second. It's a fielder's choice, as Oviedo will reach first.
I think they might have ruled Canby safe.
Wait, they did.
So
umpire James Franklin rules him safe.
Must have got a pretty good jump over there. I mean, we know Jordan has good speed, like you mentioned, Spencer, but on a pretty routine ground ball, typically you expect them to be able to get that lead runner there at second, but they never called him out. I never saw Jordan step off, so I was like, he's safe down there.
I thought that was we'll see how things are scored here, but I guess that would be a fielder's choice.
It'd just be an infield single, I guess, or fielder's choice.
Fielder's choice, yes.
But they didn't get the.
They didn't get the out.
Out, right. But, yeah, it would be still a fielder's choice.
Carson Buber at the plate, hitting .334 in the season, 17 RBIs, second on the team in ribbies, behind the next batter, Michael Lupus. First pitch, they're going to bunt. Buber will bunt, and they're going to throw over to Sweeney covering second. That is
throw to first.
Throw to first. But that was not in time, as everyone is safe. Buber on the bunt, single. Reaches, and we got the bases loaded, and no out. No outs for Michael Lupus. Lupus hitting .295, 2 homers, 18 RBIs on the season.
Yeah, a little bit of change in the lineup.
That one hit into left center field. Going back on it is the center fielder Compton, and tagging up is Canby, and Martinsburg on top 1-0. Brings Lupus's RBI total to 19 with the sacrifice fly. And no other players advance, but Martinsburg on top 1-0 early, Nick.
Yeah, I mean, that was cracked off the bat by Michael Lupus. Got a center fielder to the warning track there in Compton, but able to tag up, do his job from Mike Lupus, who's really done that all year. He's came through in a lot of big situations to give the Bulldogs the early 1-0 lead.
At the plate, Landon Sifford takes ball one high and inside. Sifford is hitting .286 on the season with 16 RBIs. So the 1-0 delivery coming in there for called strike one, brings the count to 1-1.
Number 4, Landon Sifford.
Again, Sifford hitting .286 on the season. Martinsburg up 1-0 here. Excuse me. Time called by the home plate umpire here. It's 2 on with 1 out. Sifford at the plate in the 1-1 count. Girardin fires and delivers. That one off the catcher's gear of Everhart, so advancing is Buber and Oviedo to second and third respectively. So now 2 runners in scoring position for Landon Sifford. Great RBI opportunity, Nick.
Excellent opportunity for the Bulldogs to add to this early 1-0 lead. Sifford coming out of a slump a little bit in his last game, so good hitter to have at the plate in this situation. But just 1 out too, so you can still sacrifice here if you have to.
That one hit over to the third baseman, Bromwell. He's going to throw over to first for out number 2, and that keeps Oviedo at third. So the 5-3 ground out for Sifford. Now up to the bat, first baseman, number 9, Owen Rubenthal, who in limited time is hitting .400 on the season, 7 RBIs for him. Runners on second and third, 2 outs for the Bulldogs, already up 1-0. First pitch, Rubenthal is fouled off.
The rare pitch taking out 2 cameras at once.
Oh, it did?
Yeah.
They're both gone, or you got one back?
No, I lost them both on
Jeez.
one swing of the bat by Owen Rubenthal.
Rubenthal, not good luck for us tonight. 0-1 delivery, a ball, 1-1. Martinsburg won this matchup earlier in the season, 10-run ruled, 11-1 back on March 23rd. That game moved up from a Friday to a Thursday. Went in there for called strike 2, now 1-2. Rubenthal at the plate. 1-2 the count. 2 outs. Runners on second and third. 1-0 Martinsburg. That one swung on and missed. Strikeout will end the inning. We'll head to the top of the second inning, but not before Martinsburg's able to get a run across. You're tuned into EPAC Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Back in 60 seconds.
This is Eric at Hagerstown Ford. Over the last decade, the way we buy things have evolved. Now, you get on your phone, click Want It, and it shows up at your front door. At Hagerstown Ford, it is that convenient. We've changed the car buying experience on the I-81 corridor forever. And with a return policy better than Walmart, there's absolutely no reason to buy a new or used car, truck, or SUV anywhere else. Just like Amazon, Hagerstown Ford will deliver the vehicle to you, where you are, and on your time. And if you don't want it, return it. No questions asked. Why waste your time at a car dealership playing the dumb back-and-forth games? Besides, we hate it more than you do. I assure you, no dealership from Winchester, Virginia to Washington, D.C. will beat our price. No dealership from Chambersburg, Pennsylvania to Baltimore, Maryland will beat our price. And no other dealership will allow you to return it if you don't want it. Hagerstown Ford absolutely provides the best experience at the best price. Visit HagerstownFord.com to schedule your VIP experience. Click on the vehicle you want and get your new ride delivered to you at no risk.
See dealer for details.
Welcome back to P.O. Faulkner Park. Top of the second inning, due up for Spring Mills. The 5th, 6th, and 7th batters, Peyton Girardin, Jacob Coomley, and Mason Everhart. Stepping to the plate now is Girardin, hitting .250 on the season. Nick didn't even come back. Nick didn't even get the camera back up, though. No, it's still down. Nick fixing cameras. It's Coach Barrett running over to the third base coach's box right before the first pitch in here. To Girardin, .250 on the season for the pitcher tonight. First pitch in there low for ball one for Michael Lupus. .1-0 delivery, swung on and missed for strike one, brings the count to 1-1. That one swung on and hit up over to Buber at short. He'll throw over to Rubenthal for out number one on the 6-3 ground out here in the top of the second inning. So unfortunately, Nick, both cameras did not come back on.
I don't know why. They're both powered on, so.
Check the HDMI next
That's
time.
what I did. So I don't understand.
Technology not working tonight here at P.O. Faulkner Park. First pitch now into Coomley.
I'll look at it later.
Is a ball 1-0. The 1-0 delivery from Lupus swung on, popped up in the infield, calling it as Oviedo. Will make the catch for out number 3 on the pop out. Due up now is the catcher Mason Everhart, hitting .214 on the season, the senior. That one low for ball one. High for ball two. 2-0 the count on Mason Everhart. Catcher for the Cardinals. In there for called strike one. I believe Everhart's going to play at the next level, Nick.
Yeah, I'm not sure where, but I do believe that.
I can't remember this. I believe it's either Frederick Community College or Hagerstown Community College. That one hit on a line to Buber for out number 3 on the L6. We'll head to the bottom of the second inning. After this 60-second break, you're tuned into EPAC Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Back in 60 seconds.
Jambo Construction and Fencing Company, LLC, is a veteran-owned and operated company right here in the Eastern Panhandle, West Virginia, that specializes in decks, fencing, and hardscaping. Find us on Facebook at Jambo Construction and Fencing to see more of the projects we've completed. For a free estimate, you can call Bo Bartley at 304-268-5452 or Jamie Gall at 304-279-5053. We are licensed and insured in the state of West Virginia, and as Martinsburg alums, we say, go Bulldogs.
April is National Donate Life Month. WVU Medicine is joining the effort to raise awareness for organ donation. Did you know that more than 100,000 people are waiting for life-saving organ transplants? One donor can save up to 9 people through organ donation, provide sight for 2 people through cornea donation, and restore health for more than 150 people through tissue donation. Join WVU Medicine and help spread awareness about the gift of donation. And if you haven't registered, visit registerme.org.
Welcome back to P.O. Faulkner Park here. We'll get you the EPAC Baseball Roundup, brought to you by Jambo Construction and Fencing, LLC, a veteran-owned company that specializes in decks, fencing, and hardscaping. For a free estimate, you call Bob Bartley at 304-268-5452. We'll get into this EPAC Baseball Roundup, as I know Jefferson, they have already completed one game, 10-0 at Greenbrier East. That game was slated for tomorrow, but now they're up 4-0 in the doubleheader. Caleb Fletcher had a gem in that first game where they 10-run ruled him for 6. Caleb Fletcher went 6 innings, 3 hits, 9 strikeouts on just 86 pitches. Right now it's 4-0. On the mound is Ryan Kelly, 2 innings, 2 hits, 1 strikeout. First pitch now in to Isaac Grove. It's a ball 1-0 the count. Get you the rest of the EPAC baseball round up a little bit later. The 1-0 delivery in there for a ball. Hedgesville and Musselman squaring off. It's Musselman on top 2-1. Headed into the second inning. As Musselman scored on a sac fly and a ground out to take the lead after an RBI single.
The JV guys down there for Spring Mills want to join us on the broadcast.
Are they the Spring Mills guys that were doing basketball?
No, they're JV players. I don't know who they are.
Oh, all right. Well, it's a 2-1 delivery. That one hit out over to the shortstop and Cumley. Cumley throws over to first to Cover for out number 1 on the 6-3 ground out here.
Well, I told him it was up to you, and I was like, I was down for it, honestly. Because, I mean, who knows these teams better than the guys that are on the team, kind of.
You do have a point there, Nick. Now we'll get a check in on Washington. They're up 3-1 over Hampshire on their senior night out in Charlestown. Murphy Clement due up for the Bulldogs. He hits hitting 368 in his limited time with 6 RBIs. Brad Smetic on the mound for Washington tonight. 2 innings, 3 hits, 1 run not earned, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. The offense coming with a triple from Michael Poltar on an RBI single scored Gil. Dunbar scores Poltar on a single, and then Smetic single scored Dunbar, so it's 3-2. That's a hit into left center field. That'll drop for a single. Murphy Clement's going to make it a double. He's going to go 3. Murphy Clement with the triple to left center field, Nick.
Yeah, some issues with it out in the outfield. On the Spring Mills side of things, looked like left fielder Sam Taylor was having some issues picking it up, and then Compton had to come over and grab it off the fence out there in left center. And with Murphy Clement, I mean, we know that's potentially Division I football speed out there. And
yeah, you got to rule that a triple, though.
Yeah, definitely. No, I'm not disagreeing with you, but if you give him an extra second or two with an issue out there in the outfield, then he's going to turn it into 3.
Keegan Everhart at the plate hitting 241, 3 RBIs. He's going to bunt. Clement is going to come home, and they're not going to throw to him. They're going to get Keegan Everhart out at first, but that's a sacrifice. Brings in Murphy Clement, makes it 2-0 Martinsburg.
Keegan Everhart's a guy that's willing to do something like that to help the team, and he does it well. You know, good bunter, good guy to get on base at the bottom of your lineup. And there he is contributing with the RBI on the sacrifice. And 2 guys that are at the bottom of your order help you get a run across, always important.
Can be due up. He walked, came around to score his last time up. First pitch in there for a ball, 1-0 the count. Orangeburg on top, 2-0. They've gotten a run each in these first 2 innings. The 1-0 delivery in there for a called strike 1. Canby, who started off really good and has kind of slowed down, but I think his approach at the plate is not really changed, Nick. He's going to take the walks, and he's going to try and swing the bat when he can like that. That one hit into deep left center field. And that one's gone. Jordan Canby with the solo shot to left field. And we talked about it early in the season. Coach Byler talked about it early in the season that they weren't going to be a home run team. Jordan Canby, the leadoff hitter, gets out of the kind of low that he's been in with a home run.
Yeah, he must have heard you. Said, what slump, Spencer? Deep left field homer and a ball that just kept carrying. You know, initially it didn't necessarily look like it was going to leave the park. It sounded pretty good off the bat. But as it kept carrying to left field, you could see it on our camera that it was going to obviously make it out. The left fielder kind of looked up and said goodbye to that one.
Now due up, Braden Oviedo. Reached on a fielder's choice last time.
And, I mean, that's the thing. A talented guy like Jordan Canby, even when he's struggling, can do something like that, you know, hit a home run. Most players you would maybe move down the lineup if they weren't producing at a high rate for you at the top, but He's a guy that at any time could get out of a slump.
That one in there for a ball brings the count to 2-0 on Oviedo, and Martinsburg quickly on top to a 3-0 lead. With 2 outs here. That one in there for called strike 1 brings the count to 2-1. Yeah, Nick, I honestly didn't think that was getting out of here. I thought it was going to be a ball to deep left field.
It's very tough, to tell here at the park, because that is kind of the more shaded area as well. So with the trees, it can be kind of
I
tough
think
to read.
that's what it is. Like, I remember last year when Isaiah Morris was hitting homers to right field. You could see those easily with the cars there back there. But in there for called strike 2 brings the count full at 3-2.
But the wind's blowing that way as well, so that helps, I'm sure. And I mean, we've had a few no-doubters. Mike Lupus had an absolutely no-doubter against Jefferson.
Yeah. That one swung on, hit over to the third baseman, Bromwell. Bromwell will throw first to complete the out and end the inning, but not before Martinsburg is able to put up 2 runs, including a solo shot from Jordan Canby. They're up 3-0. We'll head to the top of the 3rd inning after this 60-second break. You're tuned into EPAC Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Back in 60 seconds.
Hello? We're here again 3 times in the past 2 days.
You're where?
Bechtel Jewelers. Look.
Can Mom hear you?
No, she's in a diamond coma. Get her the pendant, or I will.
Hey, that's my credit card.
What? Can't hear you, Dad. You're breaking up.
It's going to take more than a crying baby to wake her out of this diamond coma. You're going to need a mega dose of jewelry from Bechtel Jewelers.
Happiness grows here. Orr's Farm Market.
Spring has sprung. Time to head to Orr's Farm Market to find your flowers, veggie plants, bagged mulches, and potting soil. Visit our bakery counter to try our new homemade quiches, pepperoni rolls, and don't forget our pie flavor of the month for April, Boston cream pie. We have West Virginia food products, local coffee, honey, maple syrup, dairy, and meat. We have 25 new Orr's jam and salsa flavors for you to try. Check us out at orrsfarmmarket.com, and remember, Orr's Farm Market, happiness grows here.
Welcome back to P.O. Faulkner Park. It's a 3-0 lead for the Martinsburg Bulldogs on top of the Spring Mills Cardinals. Top of the 3rd inning here, due up for Spring Mills, the 8-9-1 hitter, Sam Taylor, the left fielder, number 10, hitting .250 on the season.
Yeah, and then Mike Lupus continues to be out on the mound, of course, for Martinsburg after a really solid start.
That one fouled off to the backstop, 0-1 the count. The 0-1 delivery, that one popped up, and Sifford's trying to find it, but it's going to go out of play. So 0-2 the count. The 0-2 count, that one hit over to Buberich short. He'll throw to Rubenthal, and he can't make the catch. That's an error. It'll go, and Rubenthal will try to get him out at second, but just getting past the slide was Sam Taylor. 2-base error. And puts the Cardinals in scoring position here.
Yeah, it looked like from the angle that I was able to see from Colin's camera that maybe Carson never really got a good grip on it when he had the exchange there from glove to hand, and that caused the poor throw and the error. But now an opportunity for Spring Mills to cut into this lead and get on the board.
J.P. Sweeney due up, hitting .194 on the season. Fouls off the first one, 0-1 the count. And PA announcer Chuck Lynch up here played the glass breaking thing, and I really thought that another light bulb got broken here for a second. The 0-1 pitch in there for ball 1. Happened a couple times, Nick, so it's hard to tell.
It has, yeah. Those are real sound effects recorded on our microphones. That sound.
The 1-1 delivery. That one popped up. Lupus calls everyone off, and he makes the catch for out number 1. Keeping the runner at second. Now we're to the top of the lineup with Jackson Engel, who struck out looking his first time up, hitting around 230 on the season.
Obviously, Spring Mills would love to get a run here. Still very early in this game. If you can get one back at least in the third, you feel pretty good about these first 3 innings.
That one popped up in shallow right field. Coming in on as Clement will make the catch, and his throw cut off there by Buber, but Taylor wasn't running on that one.
No, I mean, Murphy Clement, you forget about it, but he is a great quarterback on the football team.
Yeah.
So he has a good arm for certain out there. And that wasn't hit deep enough really to run on anybody in the outfield, but certainly not on Murphy.
Yeah. Due up now, Caden Compton. He grounded out 5-3 his first time up. First pitch in there for a called strike 1. Martinsburg on top 3-0. It was a solo shot to make it 3-0. By Jordan Canby in the last inning after a triple and a sacrifice scored Murphy Clement. That one popped up along the line, and that will go out of play. So 0-2 the count. On Caden Compton, hitting .270 on the season. The 0-2 delivery from Lupus, 2 outs, low for ball 1. Lupus really pitching to contact so far, Nick, only with 1 strikeout.
Yeah. So far, though, Spring Mills has struggled to make contact off of Mike
That
Lupus.
one fouls out of play.
At least in terms of getting on base.
Yeah. 1-2 the count, 2 outs. Caden Compton the hitter, Michael Lupus the pitcher. The 1-2 swung on and missed for strike number 3. That's second strikeout of the day for Lupus. We'll head to the bottom of the 3rd inning after this 60-second break. You're tuned into EPAC Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Back in 60 seconds.
The Honda HR-V, CR-V, Pilot, Passport, and Ridgeline. They all have one thing in common. They never back off from a challenge. Available with all-wheel drive, the Honda SUV lineup has the performance you can count on and the capability to amaze. It's no wonder Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com named Honda the 2022 Best Value brand.
CMA's Honda of Winchester, 3985 Valley Pike. CMA, moving lives forward.
Based on 2022 brand image awards from Kelley Blue Book, visit KBB.com for more information.
P.O. Faulkner Park here as the bottom of the 3rd inning is here. Martinsburg already on top 3-0. Due up is Carson Buber, Michael Lupus, and Landon Siffert. Carson Buber bunted on a single his last time up.
Yeah, great bunt by Buber earlier. Part of that good start to this ball game for the Bulldogs in the 1st inning.
First pitch coming in to Buber from Girardin. High and outside for ball 1.
Yeah, Martinsburg can get its bats going, even though we've kind of said all year they're kind of underdogs in their section. They can make a run.
1-0 delivery in there for called strike 1.
I mean, they've had some issues in finding maybe a 3rd key pitcher, but if you can find that guy and then continue to get good performances from Lupus and Buber, they're right in the running if the bats pick up a little bit.
Yeah, and unfortunately, Ben Reisenweber, who pitched in that game Saturday, he only pitched a third of an inning. He's actually hurt right now. And
already lost
Jameer Brown, he'll be hopefully back in a couple of weeks. But, two of your pitchers that you thought were going to compete on this team, obviously they're not going to be there for a while. Buber drops a single into right center field. That's his second hit of the day.
Yeah, he's starting to heat up not only on the mound with his performance the other night, but now at the plate as well. And Carson Buber, such a big part of this team last year, really as a sophomore, and definitely had high expectations for him this year. Has had some ups and downs, but
it's not
starting to play
good
baseball.
It's not even that he was bad earlier in the year.
No, he wasn't
That
bad.
one to the backstop, Buber over to second.
Had a few off performances, but I mean nobody's perfect, like we said before. But I think now Buber is starting to really get into stride and see a lot of consistent success.
Michael Lupus at the plate, the 1-0 delivery outside for ball 2. The 2-0 delivery high for ball 3.
And Jordan's release off there. Not a pitch that you really want because it doesn't challenge at all.
3-0 delivery. That's in there for a strike. Catches the corner.
Yeah, borderline pitch, but not a bad one from Girardin there. As it looked to me like it just hit that outside corner. It could have gone either way, but I agree with the home plate umpire there.
Runner on second and Carson Buber. Michael Lupus at the plate. The 3-1 count inside. Whoa. I thought that was ball 4.
Definitely
called
looked to be
strike
that
2
way from up here.
Lupus, the pitcher today for the Bulldogs, already up 3-0. Something to work with. Now he's going to try to help himself out with some more runs here if he can hit in Buber. That one hit to deep left field, but out of play for a foul ball. That had length to be a home run.
Yeah, and I mean, we talked about Mike can definitely go deep.
Yeah, he's already gone deep twice this year. The payoff pitch from Girardin. That one foul to the backstop. Continuing the at-bat here. 8th pitch coming up in this at-bat.
Yeah, it's still relatively early in this game, so typically the more pitches you see, that tends to favor the batter. We'll see if Lupus can come through here and get a big hit. Girardin could use an inning of shutout baseball on the mound.
The 3-2 delivery, that's low for ball 4. Lupus walks. We'll see the courtesy runner here momentarily.
Looks like, was that Wilt, really?
I think that's Logan Wilt, the courtesy runner, courtesy of the Berkeley Post 14 Hornets. Now with 2 teams this year, an 18 or 19U and a 17U team. The Premier Legion team here in Berkeley County and in the Eastern Panhandle. So we got a mound visit now to talk with Girard and kind of see what they want to do here with Landon Sifford coming to bat.
Yeah. And obviously Girardin's had some issues at times in this one. You give up the walk, now 2 guys on to start the inning, so nobody out, 2 on. You have a few options here. I think if you are Coach Barrett and his staff, you could potentially walk Sifford here because that would put you a force out at any plate.
But there's no outs.
Right, yeah. You probably don't want to load the bases, but, I mean, you could get a double play and give up a run.
Yeah.
You can still do that, though, in this situation and not give up the run. So probably not playing for that here. But
Sifford grounded out 5-3 in the first inning.
Ideally, if you're Spring Mills, you get a strikeout here, but they're obviously going to bunt.
And Sifford bunts. He'll move both runners over, and he's going to be safe on the errant throw that moves. I believe that was Sweeney off the bag.
Yeah, Sweeney was covering. I don't know what it is, but it seems like now on both plays on the bunts, Girardin's had issues getting the throw over there in time.
Got another courtesy runner, courtesy of the Berkeley Post 14 Hornets. That's Christian Alter running for Sifford. Rubenthal at the plate. He struck out swinging his last time up with the bases loaded and no outs. Big RBI opportunity here for the Bulldogs. The first pitch into Rubenthal. That catches the corner of the zone for strike one. The bases are loaded for Rubenthal. That's low for ball one, 1-1.
Rubenthal's been pretty productive this year. On the season, batting .400. So, certainly he's had a good year.
The 1-1 delivery from Girardin. That's in there for called strike called strike two, brings count to 1-2 as Rubenthal pulled the bat back in time, but it was still in the zone.
7 RBIs for him. He'd like to pick up at least one more here. But Girardin so far has had his number. Let's see what Payton gets with 2 strikes.
And now into the backstop, coming home to score is Buber. Makes it 4-0 Bulldogs. And each runner moves over a base.
Yeah, can't have that there. Obviously, the base is loaded. I know what he was trying to do, run it in on the inside, potentially get him swinging. You've been able to hit that spot well in this at-bat, but
we've got activity in the Cardinals bullpen. So jam here. The 2-2 delivery. That one swung on, hit into right field. Engel can't make the catch. No, he does make the catch, excuse me. Watched that ball. But it's coming around to score was Wilt, the courtesy runner. And it's 5-0 Martinsburg.
Actually appeared to be, oh yeah, that was Wilt, sorry.
Yeah. The sac fly makes it 5-0 Martinsburg.
Now batting for the Bulldogs, number 25.
Moving over to third is Christian Alter, the courtesy runner for Landon Sifford. Now at bat is Grove, and he tries to put the bat down. So there's now 1 out in the inning.
Yeah, with Grove's speed there, that's not a bad decision. Now you can bring the guys on the corner up, and we know Spring Mills has had its issues building the bunts, so maybe you're able to squeeze one in there.
The 1-0 delivery on Grove swung on and missed for strike number 1 as he decided not to bunt there.
Yeah, I mean, now that you've got the infield up, expecting you to bunt, there's no real reason to. You just kind of did that to potentially catch them off guard more so.
The 1-1 delivery, low for ball 2.
I mean, unless you get an absolutely perfect bunt here, you're probably not going to be able to score the run on that. So
yeah. 2-1's the count on Isaac Grove. Grounded out 6-3 his first time up in the second inning. That one swung on and missed for strike number 2. Evens things up here.
That's a good pitch from Peyton Girardin. Took a little bit off. And Grove swung right through it. And so far in this at-bat, Girardin's had his number. We'll see if with 2 strikes now Isaac can foul off some pitches and battle a little bit.
2-2 delivery high for ball 3. High and inside. Full count delivery coming from Girardin. That one fouled off and out of play.
A good job by Grove just to get a piece of that one. Foul it away and keep this at-bat going. For the Bulldogs, already a good inning and trying to extend this lead.
The payoff pitch outside for a ball 4. Grove walks, load the bases again. Or excuse me, doesn't. There's not a runner on first or second. Now there's a runner on first. Forgot about the sac fly there for a second. Nonetheless, runners on first and third with 1 out. After the walk by Isaac Grove, now Clement, who tripled and came around to score his last time up.
Well, Murphy's gotten a little bit more playing time as of late, and I think he's
earned it
and has also done a really nice job in the lineup. We knew what kind of athlete he was, but we really hadn't seen his baseball talent since he missed all of last year.
Missed all last year with that broken foot that he had at the end of football season in the playoffs.
Runner takes off.
Going is Grove. Catcher's indifference.
So you get 2 in scoring position and a hot bat at the plate.
Could mean good things as the Bulldogs already on top, 5-0 here, bottom of the 3rd inning with just 1 out. .1-0 delivery to Clement. Low, ball 2. Definitely pitching cautiously to him after that triple the last time up. I guess really a double turned into a triple by the wheels of Clement.
I think Jordan's a little bit frustrated out there too. Just hasn't had things really go his way.
2-0 delivery smacked in between the 5-6 hole. Coming around to score is one batter for the runner for the Bulldogs. 2 runners come to the score as Grove scores, and now it's 7-0 Martinsburg on the 2 RBI single from Murphy Clement.
Might be an RBI and an error. Maybe just one, because the left fielder had some issues throwing the ball, and I'm not sure how they'll rule it exactly, though. Either way, though, good piece of hitting by Murphy, just sneaking it by the shortstop and the third baseman. It looks like we got pitching changes.
We got a pitching change. We'll step aside for a 6-second break. When we come back, we'll have the change for your tuned into EPAC Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Back in 60 seconds.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
To get the best opportunity to be seen and recruited, join the American Legion Post 14 Hornets baseball team. Managed by Tripp Tobin, Post 14 will prepare you for the next level by playing the best possible schedule, along with an experienced coaching staff and alumni coming back to help guide you through the process.
Brings up Camian Gonzalez with runners on the corners. Runner from first going, and it's a fair ball down the third base line by Gonzalez. That's going to allow 1 to score.
The Berkeley Post 14 Hornets are the premier Legion baseball team in the area.
Welcome back to P.O. Faulkner Park. Pitching changes brought to you by the Smallwood and Small Insurance Group in Martinsburg, your total insurance solution at 121 Administrative Drive. Call 304-263-3361. It's Coomley coming in, and that ends the night for Girardin. 2 1/3 innings, 4 hits, 7 runs, 7 earned, 3 walks, 1 strikeout, 63 pitches, 35 for strikes, facing 17 batters, and he is responsible for the batter on base, or the runner on base. And Nick, you got numbers?
Yeah, I mean, this has been Coomley's role. This is his 6th appearance. He only has 1 start, though. He's got a good ERA, 3.62 or 3.652. 16 strikeouts on the year, just 4 walks. 24 hits given up, 8 earned runs. So he's been really solid for Spring Mills in this role. 15 1/3 innings pitched, and it seems like a good guy to go to when the game has kind of gotten out of hand a little bit. You need somebody to stop the bleeding here in this inning, and Kumley's been able to do that so far this season for the Cardinals. So in this situation, down 7-0, he's been really reliable out of the pen, and maybe you see him next year get some starts.
Defensive changes. Girardin moves to shortstop. First pitch in there for called strike one. And
he's got that Chase Herndon number 8 on. Should be retired.
Kentaro Takahara is in at second base now.
What a name. Keegan Everhart at the plate here for the Bulldogs. Had that, what was it, a bunt single last time up, right? Yeah. So
RBI bunt single. Or sac bunt. That one to the backstop. Moving over is Clement.
Yeah, no, he didn't get on, but heading to the sacrifice there, RBI.
Yeah. Martinsburg's already plated 4 runs this inning, looking to add on some more. With Murphy Clement now in scoring position for Keegan Everhart.
I don't believe Mason and Keegan are related, but 2 Everharts over there.
Yeah. One delivery. He pulls the bunt back, but it's still a strike. 1-2.
Good pitch there.
Once again, Kumley on the mound. Takes over for Girardin, who moves to short, and Takahara moves. It comes in to play second. 1 out. Murphy Clement on second. Timeout called by the umpire with some boos from the fans.
It might have been some kids, who knows.
Yeah. The 1-2 delivery, 1 out, that one in the other batter's box for a ball 2. Martinsburg's plated 4 runs in this inning. A 7-0 lead. The 2-2 delivery, that one smacked right back up the middle into center field. It's going to drop. Clement, he's going to think about coming, but he stops. And it's a single for Keegan Everhart right up the middle.
Yeah, great hit there by Keegan. Not deep enough for that run to come in, even with the speed of Murphy Clement down there now at third base. But hit that hard right up the middle. I mean, that's just how you draw it up as a base hitter, as a hitter.
Jordan Canby at the plate. He hit a solo shot to left field his last time up there for walking, coming around to score is the first run of the game. But he's up to 13 RBIs on the season with that dinger to left field.
An opportunity to add to it here.
And going to going to second on the catcher's indifference is Keegan Everhart. Takes the double play out of order.
And again, another RBI opportunity here for Jordan Canby. Could get multiple RBIs with 2 runners in scoring position.
The 1-0 delivery to Canby in there for called strike 1. So that was a somewhat elevated pitch.
Yeah, it might have been a little bit high, but it was definitely close enough, I think, to call it a strike, potentially.
The 1-1 delivery in there for called strike 2 on the corner. That was painted by Cumley.
Yeah, strikeout would be big here.
Runners on second and third. Cumley coming in for relief. A timeout. Breeze starting to come in.
Yeah.
Cameraman John Arson said it feels good.
Yeah, it feels like we're at the beach.
The 1-2 delivery, that's popped up. Shallow left field. Taylor makes the catch. Murphy Clement will come around and score. It's 8-0 Martinsburg.
Yeah, Jordan did his job there, sacrifice fly at the very least to get that one run in to score. Nearly went over the glove of Taylor there and left. He just made the catch kind of coming in. It was a more difficult play as we got a rundown here in between second and third.
A rundown
really
for
happened,
Everhart.
but Everhart got caught out there.
And Everhart's going to get tagged. That is out. Number 3 will head to the top of the 4th inning. After this 60-second break, you're tuned in to EPAC Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Back in 60 seconds. Jambo Construction and Fencing Company, LLC, is a veteran-owned and operated company right here in the Eastern Panhandle, West Virginia, that specializes in decks, fencing, and hardscaping. Find us on Facebook at Jambo Construction and Fencing to see more of the projects we've completed. For a free estimate, you can call Bo Bartley at 304-268-5452 or Jamie Gall at 304-279-5053. We are licensed and insured in the state of West Virginia, and as Martinsburg alums, we say, go Bulldogs.
Looking for some nightlife? Then look no further. Laddie's Bar and Grill has a full bar and kitchen, pool table, and entertainment with great food at affordable prices. You can dine in or carry out by calling us at 304-263-5233. Laddie's is open Monday through Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 3 a.m. and Sundays from 10 a.m. to 3 a.m. We serve breakfast all day long, and our lunch and dinner specials are posted every day on our Facebook page. So stop on in to Laddie's Bar and Grill, located at 107 Lutz Avenue in Martinsburg.
Welcome back to P.O. Faulkner Park. Top of the 4th inning here in this one. Martinsburg leads 7-0. 2 up for the Cardinals. I believe their DH is still in order. There's 8-0. Thank you. It was 7-0. And then Murphy Clement came in to score the sacrifice. Believe it. Ecklenberger is still the designated hitter tonight. He's still in the lineup, and that he is. Due up is 3, 4, 5 hitters, Ecklenberger, Bromwell, and Girardin. Ecklenberger walked his first time up. He tries to bunt there, pulls it back for a ball. Five runs scored for the Bulldogs in the bottom of the 3rd inning. 1, 2, and 5 if you're looking at 1, 2, and 3. One run in the first, 2 in the second, and 5 in the third. That one hit right back up the middle. And Everhart's going to try and flash the leather in the arm. Unfortunately, it is a single. As Everhart tried to throw over to first, but
now batting number 24,
straight single for Ecklenberger. Bromwell at the plate. He popped out to the first baseman. First pitch, low for ball 1. The 1-0 delivery in there for called strike 1. Throw over to first, runners back in time, and Ecklenberger. Martinsburg on top, 8-0 here. Spring Mills trying to mount a comeback. That one hit in the 5 and 6 hole as Buber's able to stop it, but a single. Stop it from going in the outfield, but it's a single. Back-to-back singles for the Cardinals, has runners on first and second for Peyton Girardin. First pitch into Girardin, that's fouled off behind us. I know our broadcast position here in the press box. Grateful to Martinsburg for allowing us to be in the press box. The 0-1 delivery swung on and missed for strike number 2 as Lupus gets ahead 0-2 in this Jambo Jam.
Went down to fix one of our cameras and saw Travis the Beast Spajan.
3 times in 2 days. That one over to third. Slick glove by Oviedo for out number 1 on the L5.
And I asked him when they're going to put Tyson in the Hall of Fame. He said he shouldn't have to wait 5 years for eligibility. And I was like, well, I guess it'd be more than 5 years since he graduated already, right?
Yeah.
But
that one hit between the shortstop, third and shortstop, and it's another single. As Michael Lupus really getting hit on here is 3 out of the last 4 batters now. It's Cumley with the single. Bases are now loaded. It was a great job by Buber to stop the single by Bromwell, as that one could have gone into center field or left center field and potentially scored a run on that single. So bases are loaded with 1 out.
Now batting number 22, Mason Everhart.
Mason Everhart at the plate, lined out to Buber his last time up. That one in there for called strike 1, as Lupus really in a Jambo jam here, Nick.
Yeah, for sure. And good bounce back, though, by Spring Mills. They've been able to get some good hits off of them and get a little rally going.
Swung on and missed. She was reaching there. 0-2 the count here, 1 out. The 0-2 delivery fouled off. As Spring Mills has another man warming in the bullpen. Rain is anticipated here. A thunderstorm is anticipated. That one swung on and missed for strike 3, as Everhart K's here with Lupus trying to get out of this Jambo jam.
Well, it was an important strikeout because now there's 2 down in the inning, and makes it a lot easier for him to get out of this jam.
That one low for ball 1. The 1-0 delivery, that one fouled off. I believe it hit the light pole. Fouled off there. 0-2 the count. That one in there for, that was a 1-0 count. That's in there for strike 1. The 1-1 delivery fouled off to the backstop, and that knocked out the camera, Nick.
Yeah.
Everything's knocking out the camera tonight.
Yeah.
They just don't want them. They don't want these cameras.
They don't want the game on TV.
I guess not.
Try our best.
1-2 delivery, that one high.
It's just not appreciated, I guess.
High for ball 2 as Sam Taylor has to bend down to get out of the way of it. But that was a curveball coming in. The 2-2 delivery, that one fouled off. And that's going to be out of play as Oviedo tried to run and go get it.
Yeah, he got kind of close to potentially being able to make a play on it, but how it kind of like landed by that wall, it was almost impossible for anybody to make that play, but good effort by Oviedo, along with Isaac Grove in left field.
2-2 the count here. Top of the 4th inning. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Martinsburg on top 8-0. Spring Mills trying to put a dent in the deficit here. That one hit over to Everhart. He's going to make the throw to Rubenthal, and that will end the inning. We're headed to the bottom of the 4th inning. After this 60-second break, you're tuned in to EPAC Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, trip nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
There's a local family moving in our territory.
What do you want from me?
Taste it. It's really good.
We're going to the mattresses.
It's not personal. It's strictly business. Leave the guns. Take the pizza.
Rock's, now serving hot, fresh pizza to die for.
Ow, that really hurt.
Welcome back to P.O. Faulkner Park here. Spencer Wooding, Verzolini, happy to have you with us. Cameramen this evening, John Alderton and Colin McLaughlin back in the Eagle School Road studios. Still in Bishop, you'll hear from him after the conclusion of this one tonight. Braden Oviedo due up here. Oviedo went into a fielder's choice in the first and grounded out 5-3. In there for a ball, 1-0. Check on some other scores here in the EPAC tonight, as it's a tie ball game at Musselman down in Aidenwood between Hedgesville and Musselman. That one in there for a called strike 1 brings the count to 1-1. Washington taking on Hampshire in a regional sectional game there. It's 11-1. Washington looking to get the victory in the 10-run rule. In there for a called strike 2. Jefferson already took one from Greenbrier East earlier, 10-0. They're up 6-3 in the second game of a doubleheader tonight. 1-2 outside for ball 2. That one hit on a line over to, Takahara. He throws over to Cover for out number 1. On the 4-3 ground out for Braden Oviedo. Due up now, Carson Buber.
Cumley has a kind of fresh inning. Nobody on the base pass or anything when he's entering. We'll see if he can kind of slow things down from the Martinsburg offense and try to keep Spring Mills in this one.
Called strike 1 on Buber. The 0-1 delivery. That's one on hit into right field as a right fielder slipped. Going to move on as Engel. When the ball was hit, he planted his feet and slipped. I feel like, I don't think he would have made that grab anyway. I think that was a single either way. And it is ruled a single for Carson Buber, so one on now is back-to-back singles. Well, 3 singles in a row for Carson Buber. He's 3 for 3 tonight. One runner on here for Michael Lupus, the pitcher. Already up 8-0, trying to tack on a couple more runs in this inning are the Bulldogs. With one out on a runner on, Michael Lupus. Walked his last time up in there for ball 1. He had a sac fly RBI in his first at-bat that scored Canby. The 1-0 delivery, that swung on, hit between the 5-6 hole. A clean single to left field for Michael Lupus. Back-to-back singles for the Bulldogs. Due up now, Landon Siffer. As we've got a courtesy runner, and it's Logan Wilt, courtesy of the Berkeley Post 14 Hornets. As the Bulldogs look to get in position for a 10-run rule.
Now batting for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, and Martinsburg's been seeing the ball pretty well tonight. Another well-hit ball there by Mike Lupus. So
Sifford at the plate has 16 RBIs on the season, looking to add 2 more here. With 1 in scoring position. First pitch from Cumley. That hit into right center field.
Oh, great effort.
Not making the catch is Engel, so both runners will advance. Coming around to score is Buber. It's 9-0 Martinsburg. Buber scores on the air. Now the Dogs are 1 run away from getting in the 10-run rule position here.
Number 15, Christian Alter is a courtesy runner.
Alter will be the courtesy runner for Sifford, as it's scored as a single on Game Changer.
Yeah, I mean, it was a
hard
tough catch. He had to slide to make any effort on it to even get it on the tip of his glove. So I agree with that being ruled a hit.
It shouldn't be an RBI, though, should it?
I believe it should. I don't think he had any issues throwing it in, did he?
It's labeled as an RBI single.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense.
For Landon Sifford. Hard hit ball.
I mean, not just hard hit, but it was a diving effort to try to make the catch. So,
coach visit at the mound. Coach Doug Allen coming
Number
out.
9, Owen Rubenthal.
Owen Rubenthal.
I mean, overall, Martinsburg's got to be pretty happy with its offensive production tonight. 9 runs on 8 hits.
Yeah. First pitch into Rubenthal, high and outside for ball 1.
I like Owen Rubenthal quite a bit. You know, he's played a big role for this team, not only pitching-wise, but hitting as well. And just has a good approach, lefty, so nice smooth swing for him.
On outside, catches the corner for strike 1.
And we already saw a good hit from him earlier.
Bulldogs trying to run rule here. So they got an early one, 10 a.m. start tomorrow.
I'm sorry, when he had the sacrifice earlier for an RBI, but a well-hit ball.
The 1-1 count. 1-1 pitch in there for a ball. 2-1.
Yeah, it's always tough, too, if you're Cumley pitching, coming from the shortstop position to on the mound. You know, it's always a tough transition. And when you don't have a lot of guys in your dugout, you really don't have any other choice but to do that most of the time.
That one high for ball 3. 3-1 the count. Runners on first and second with 1 out here. Pitch in there for called strike 2, 3-2. Just 1 out. Runners on first and second. Rubenthal looking for a walk here. The payoff pitch. That one popped up shallow. Center field making the catch is Compton for out number 2. Great effort by Compton coming up and making that catch, Nick.
Well, not just a great effort, but just a great catch there by Compton out there in center to dive out, make that play. It's one of those pitches that are hit kind of in an area where it could fall in because nobody's really close to it. You know, there's kind of 3 different defenders that could get that ball.
Yeah.
Center fielder, though, that should be his play, and Compton charges in, makes it, and really good play there by the center fielder.
Isaac
play
Grove,
he should make.
Isaac Grove in the box for the 3rd consecutive inning. Now on to the other batter's box for ball 1.
Grove's had a good night so far. Scored a run after walking.
In there for called strike 1, 1-1 the count.
Martinsburg would like to probably get the Murphy Clement if they can here with runners in scoring position potentially.
The one delivery high for ball 2. You hear the ump on the field mic, 2-1.
We got him mic'd up tonight.
I wish. That'd be cool. I don't know if we could do that live on the air, though. 2-1. That one fouled off. Killed the camera, Nick.
Yeah. What else is new?
That's why we got 2 cameramen tonight. John Alderton and Colin McLaughlin.
Not just 2 cameramen, 2 great cameramen tonight.
2 elite cameramen. Elite cameramen.
Hall of Fame caliber cameraman tonight.
Colin on his birthday, nonetheless. 2-2 count. Struck him out swinging. That'll end the inning. We'll head to the top of the 5th inning after this 60-second break. You're tuned into EPAC Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR TV10. Back in 60 seconds.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%. Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
I pre-planned my funeral to make it easier on my family. They were relieved to know I'll get just what I want.
My family actually thanked me for taking matters into my own hands. Turns out having this awkward conversation wasn't awkward at all.
Pre-planning is my choice. There are certain things about me my family may not know. Now they won't need to guess.
The choices are yours. The peace of mind is theirs. Pre-plan your funeral with Brown Funeral Homes and everything will be taken care of. Find out more online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
Welcome back to P.O. Faulkner Park here. Sweet Caroline being played over the PA here as we get you back. It's the top of the 5th inning. Due up for the Cardinals, the 9-1-2 hitters as they'll turn over the lineup in this inning. That one hit and fouled off. It's the count 0-1.
For the Cardinals, #1, Kentaro Takahara.
Kentaro Takahara. Startled me a little bit there on the foul ball as it came back and hit the press box.
Yeah, it smacked the press box.
I'd say slammed into the press box. That one.
In. That's going to be a hit.
That's a hit, but he maybe not. Lucas is going to throw to first.
Oh.
Takahara hit it off his foot.
Okay, yeah.
So it's not.
Right.
He fouled it off his foot, but I don't know if he's going to be able to go back there in the batter's box.
Yeah.
He's limping, heading back.
I think he might be all right, but I think that's the smart thing to do if you're not certain is to, run it out. Or if you're not certain if the umpire's going to see it, right? Because we've already seen that this year where there was some controversy over a fouled ball off of a player. And if you're not certain or if the umpire's going to call it or not, then, you run it out. Obviously not the thing you wanted to do in that situation.
The 0-2 delivery swung on and missed for strike 3. Another K for Michael Lupus tonight. Due up now, the leadoff hitter, Jackson Engel.
Yeah, besides that one little jam that Lupus faced, what was that, last inning?
Number 14,
he's been great out there on the mound so far.
61 pitches here through 4 1/3.
And even when he got in the jam, he got out of it. So
3 hits, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts. For the senior, the uncommitted senior looking to play college ball. I went in there for called strike 1 on Engel.
And as he's gone on, it seems like that velocity's ticked up a little bit throughout this game.
He's a guy that'd be a good acquisition to any team in college because, he can hit, he can pitch, he can, play first, play third. He can do a lot for your team, and, it's kind of interesting that he's not getting any college looks.
Well, it's not necessarily he's not getting looks. He just maybe hasn't made a decision yet.
Yeah, that's true.
I would presume he has at least a few offers.
That one smacked into right center field, and that one will drop for at least a double. Canby can't grab it. He's going to grab it after a bobble, and they're going to try to get the out at third or second, and he comes back safe as Engel
took a big turn.
Took a big turn off second and slid on the turf. Had to come back, but he got back in time on the double to right center field. Caden Compton struck out his last time up before a 5-3 ground out in the first. But he's on. Engel's on second with a double here with one out. Compton in the box, or stepping in the box momentarily. First pitch into Compton is inside as that breaking ball just doesn't break.
It's another opportunity for Spring Mills to potentially get on the board.
That one low for ball 2.
It'll be interesting to see how Lupus responds to giving up a well-hit ball.
That one low for ball 3.
And for Spring Mills, can they finally take advantage of an opportunity and get a run across here and, of course, make it a little bit tougher for Martinsburg to run rule on this
3-0, and that'll be a 4-pitch walk on Caden Compton, who struck out in the third inning before a 5-3 ground out. Now we see pitching coach, assistant coach Kurt Zarnecki come out to the mound to talk to Lupus after a double and a walk. Don't like those 4-pitch walks, Nick.
No, and I think you just, come out, you see, make sure he's feeling all right. You never want to give up free bases, but walks happen. So I'm sure it will be a brief conversation as it is.
.850 here tonight after a 7:27 first pitch.
Lucas is at 68 pitches.
Now batting number 4, Aiden Eichelberger.
For the most part, he's been pretty efficient.
Yeah, I mean, he had that last inning where he got into Jambo Jam, got out of it.
It's only his second walk.
That one fouled off to the backstop. Oh, 1. The 0-1, and that hits him. We've got the bases loaded here. A real Jambo Jam.
Well, another one. Another bases loaded situation. And in some ways, this could be kind of a difference in this ball game, even if.
Now batting number 24, Alex Bromwell.
And Bromwell had that sharp single that Boober kept in the infield, or it would have maybe been on RBI, or at least gotten guys to the next man with the RBI in the last inning. First pitch in was outside for ball 1. Bromwell, the transfer from Maryland. In there for ball 2.
Not the guy, if you're Martinsburg, that you would like to face in this situation.
Don't think anybody's up in that Bulldog bullpen.
No. I mean, like I said, his pitch count's not very high, so.
That one low, 3-0 as Sifford tried to get the frame, but it was just a tad too low.
I mean, ideally against Grace tomorrow, you're going to use one of your younger guys, I would think. I would think Powerly Rubenthal tomorrow.
Yeah. That one in there for called strike 1. I believe the top sets up after you had the Alter. You had Alter in the doubleheader on Wednesday.
Obviously, Reisenweber and Brown aren't available.
That one smacked over to short. Nowhere to go and seeding a run. Everyone's safe on the RBI single from Alex Bromwell.
Yeah, maybe Oviedo cutting off Boober probably affected that a little bit. I think if you let Carson get to that ball, maybe you can get at least one out.
Now batting number 9.
He charges in hard, but since Oviedo went to play it there from the third base spot, I mean, it's definitely a 50-50 ball, but.
First pitch into Peyton Gerard and the pitcher from tonight that started things out.
But I feel like Carson probably could have made that play, at least the first, if he's able to charge in on it.
A 1-0 delivery. That one hit into left field. It's going to be foul, and Grove just pulled up on that one, had the opportunity to get the easy out.
All right, it's tough to see because it was literally hit right in front of the pole down there. It was kind of blocking Collins' camera.
Yeah.
So I couldn't really tell if he had a great look at it or if he could have made it without running into the fence or anything like that.
1-1 count here. Low for ball 2. Lupus kind of cruised through the first 3 innings, had a little trouble, got out of the jam last inning. Now he's giving up 1 run with 1 out, the bases loaded. That one fouled off behind us. 1-2 the count, so 2-2 the count, excuse me. At least that gets him in a place to where it's tied and he could strike him out here.
Yeah.
It's not behind here. 2-2 delivery. Called. Strike 3. For 2 outs. A little confusion there.
Yeah. I wasn't sure what the delay was maybe there.
I don't know. He didn't emphatically call the strikeout.
Right.
He just went, oh.
Is that what he did?
Can't see it because we're not on TV up here. First pitch now into Cumley.
Gotta work on your strikeout calls.
Not an umpire.
Maybe one day.
That one hit back up the middle to Buber. He's going to have to charge, throw over to Rubenthal at first.
Great strike.
And that's out number 3 as they get out of the Jambo Jam, giving up just 1 run on the 6-3 ground out. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th inning. After this 60-second break, you're tuned into EPAC Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Back in 60 seconds.
This is Eric at Hancock Chevrolet. Over the last decade, the way we buy things have evolved. Now, you get on your phone, click Want It, and it shows up at your front door. At Hancock Chevrolet, it is that easy. We've changed the car buying experience on the I-81 corridor forever. And with a return policy better than Walmart, there's absolutely no reason to buy a new or used car, truck, or SUV anywhere else. Just like Amazon, Hancock Chevrolet will deliver the vehicle to you, where you are, and on your time. And if you don't want it, return it. No questions asked. Why waste your time in a car dealership playing the dumb back-and-forth games? Besides, we hate it more than you do. I assure you, no dealership from Winchester, Virginia to Washington, D.C. will beat our price. No dealership from Cumberland to Baltimore, Maryland will beat our price. And no other dealership will allow you to return it if you don't want it. Hancock Chevrolet absolutely provides the best experience at the best price. Visit HancockChevy.com to schedule your VIP experience. Click on the vehicle you want, and your new ride will be delivered to you at no risk.
See dealer for details.
Welcome back to P.O. Faulkner Park here. Bottom of the 5th inning. Martinsburg up 9-1 here. We got pitching change. Pitching change is brought to you by Smallwood Small Insurance Group in Martinsburg. Your total insurance solution at 121 Administrative Drive. Call through 426-3361. Cumley's night is done after 1 2/3 innings. 4 hits, 1 run, 1 earned, 1 strikeout. 30 pitches, 19 for strikes, facing 18 batters. Our new pitcher is Brandon Montgomery. And, Nick, you have numbers for Montgomery?
Yeah, he's only thrown 5 innings on the year, but it is his 6th appearance. So it's been kind of a 1-inning kind of pitcher for him. He's 0-1, 15 hits given up, 12 earned runs, elevated ERA with the limited appearances at 16.8.
First pitch into Murphy Clements, a called strike 1, brings the count to 0-1. That one popped up. Everhart goes back to get it, and he can't make the catch. His eyes get stuck in the light, maybe.
Yeah, it's a pretty tough play. Anytime a catcher has to go behind where he's catching to the backstop to try to make a catch, it's pretty difficult because obviously first you got to take the mask off and then try to find the ball either in the lighting or the sun, depending on the time of day. So.
That one swung on and missed by Clement for strike 3. Strikeout.
Plus he may have to avoid an umpire.
Yeah. So we've got the same outfield, different infield as Girardin moves to third. Cumley goes back to short. Takahara at second, and Alex Brownwell moves from third to first with Everhart now at the plate. He had a single to center field his last time up. As he tries to bunt, the ball bounces off the catcher's gear. Ball 1.
Yeah, that might be again. I mean, he can, as we've said before, he can bunt for a base hit, but also brings those corner infielders in for Spring Mills.
That one in there for a called strike 1. 1-1 the count.
Some good stuff so far from Montgomery.
The 1-1 delivery nearly hits Everhart. He backs off the pitch. 2-1. Two one. That one fouled off the backstop and once again knocks out the cameras. Not a good night for the cameras.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I'm getting my steps in, so that's good. That's a good point.
Knocks out the fence cams.
Yeah.
Nonetheless,
cameramen are in good shape so far.
Yes. Everhart steps off.
Knock on wood.
Wood has been knocked on. 2-2. That one hit into left field. Taylor coming in on it. He makes the catch for out number 2. The F7 has 2 outs. We've turned over the lineup now. It's Jordan Canby, who came around to score in the first inning, had a home run in the second inning before sac fly RBI in the third.
Now batting for the Bulldogs, number 7, Jordan Canby.
First pitch coming into Canby. Did I miss that, Nick? Everhart?
No, he didn't catch
I
it.
thought he caught it. That left side is really screwing me up tonight. It's a little dark over there. So he didn't catch it.
Yeah, John was saying that to me. I didn't even notice that you said that he caught it.
I thought he caught it from my point of view here. But I also didn't think that Canby's home run was a home run initially, so.
Yeah.
Kind of those trees.
You got an eye doctor appointment coming up?
I do need to change my contacts, I guess. It's about time. Didn't change them at the beach. In there for a called strike 1. So single for Everhart. Nine to 1 the score. Everhart going to third. That one popped up. Everhart's got to run back. Bromwell makes the catch. As Canby
was rounding first. Unintentionally was tripped
by Takahara.
And all love there between the two. So that's good to see.
He is coming up a little limp there.
Yeah, but I think Jordan's going to be all right. I mean, nothing intentional, obviously, there. And you see the immediate concern there from Takahara.
Yeah.
So,
it's an odd play.
Yeah, I mean, just 2 guys hustling.
Yeah,
he's hustling to cover the bag. Jordan's trying to round.
Yeah,
first.
in case,
Now batting number 24,
he gets dropped.
Dropped by Bromwell, but nonetheless, here we are, Oviedo at the plate, looking for his first hit of the night with runner in scoring position here and 2 outs. One outside for ball 1. The 1-0 delivery coming from. Whoa! They just threw the ball in the left center field as Everhart makes it to third, and not too sure what happened there.
Well, he went for the pickoff move,
but nobody was there. But the ball. Why I said I'm not sure what happened there. The ball wasn't even close to second base.
Yeah, I think
like
what
usually
probably
when you see those, it goes right into center field. This one into left center field.
I think what probably happened was maybe when he looked to throw, he noticed that somebody wasn't there, but it was already coming out of his hand, and then he threw it into center field on kind of a weird angle.
So now The 2-0 count after that pitch outside for ball 2, with a runner 90 feet away from making it 10-1.
With 2 outs, you don't really have to be too concerned about that runner if you're the pitcher there.
2-0 delivery. Low, ball 3. Oviedo taking the pitches here.
So even if you'd like to get the runner to third, you're not going to take that risk of stealing him with 2 outs here in the inning. He's already in scoring position and has good speed.
I'm going to call strike 1, 3-1.
Well, that's a little low from up here, but I'm not sure. Maybe it was at the knees. I can't really see the plate from our angle precisely, but just to me that looked a little bit low.
3-1 delivery outside, ball 4. Oviedo takes his base. First time reaching base, second time reaching base tonight. Oviedo reach on a fielder's choice in the first inning. So runners on first and third with 2 outs.
Now batting for the Bulldogs, number 5,
like
Carson Boomer.
Got a courtesy runner for Oviedo.
It'll be a pinch runner.
Pinch runner. And Oviedo likely will re-enter.
Number 6, Logan Wilt, carrying as a pinch runner.
He has the out. Yeah, he probably will if it's Wilt.
Yeah.
He doesn't play the infield, so.
Meeting at the mound is.
You get a little bit more speed with Logan Wilt. He'll probably take second, so you'll have 2 guys in scoring position and a chance to get the run rule if you're Martinsburg, and that's obviously something you'd like to do with
game tomorrow
being
in 13
Saturday
hours.
Game, and they had to move it up because they're concerned about the weather tomorrow as well. So, you like your opportunity if you're the Dogs, even with 2 outs.
Carson
if you're
Buber
able
on
to take
the plate.
second base, of course.
Carson Buber 3 for 3 today. Bunt single, 2 singles in the third and fourth inning, respectively. That one hit, popped up, shallow right in foul territory, middle right actually, and that hits the wall or the fencing. We're too far for Engel to go.
Well, Carson Buber has walked it off against Spring Mills before. A little bit more dramatic of a walk-off.
Yeah.
This would just be a run rule walk-off, but.
Well, you got to get the runner to second first.
Not necessarily.
That's true. I believe he did that the other day. And speaking of runner to second, Wilt takes second. So now 2 runners in scoring position for Carson Buber. Looking to add an RBI to his plate tonight, at least 1. He's 3 for 3 with 2 runs scored. That one swung on and missed.
Good pitch there.
For strike number 2.
It looked like Buber was going to connect with that one, but just had a little bit of movement there at the last moment, and that caused him to miss.
1-2, 2 outs. Swung on and missed. We'll head to the top of the 6th inning after this 60-second break. You're tuned into EPAC Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10. Back in 60 seconds.
And the streak continues! CMA's Martinsburg dealerships continue to knock out the competition with their competitive pricing, extensive selection, and lifetime powertrain warranty. With over 450 new and used vehicles in stock and on the way, CMA won't leave you waiting on a bench.
That's right, CMA's Martinsburg dealerships are once again the most valuable dealers in the area.
For the strongest and deepest lineups, visit CMA's Martinsburg dealerships online at martinsburg.cmacars.com today. And good luck to all Panhandle High School student athletes.
Remember when you were a little kid and saw your first deer?
Oh, how cute.
As an adult, maybe you've had a different experience.
Where'd that come from?
Bambi mess up your dream machine? Call Cody's Auto Body today at 304-901-4777 and get the work done right the first time. Cody's Auto Body, 851 Wilston Street in Martinsburg, has a team of auto body professionals with a lifetime of experience putting your ride back together again, regardless of how it got that way. Cody's Auto Body.
Back to B.O. Faulkner Park. 9-1's the score. Top of the 6th inning. Due up for Spring Mill. 7, 8, 9 guys. Everhart, Taylor, and Takahara. Everhart lined out and struck out in his only 2 plate appearances today.
Now batting for the Cardinals, number 22, Mason Everhart.
Lupus still on the bump for the Bulldogs. First pitch. In there, called strike 1. A little heat there. The 0-1 delivery. Low. Just low. Ball 1.
Be interested to see how Mike Lupus finishes this one.
That one fouled off. Out of play. That one hit into left field, that drops for a single for Mason Everhart.
Well, Spring Mills has found some better at-bats here as the game has gone on.
And that was, that's what Coach kind of said. He said that they've just hit a tough stretch where guys aren't hitting the ball. And, tonight, even though you're losing 9-1 here, you've seen some hits in EPAC play. A team that you might have to face in sections.
Yeah. You've seen 6 hits tonight for Spring Mills.
That one inside brushes Taylor off the plate.
You got the bases loaded twice and only got 1 run out of that. So,
But you're getting hits, you're getting on base.
Right, but that's kind of the difference in the game. So it's really, if you're able to get a hit in a crucial situation, we could be looking at a much different ball game.
2-0 delivery, low, ball 3. In there, strike 1, 84th pitch. Or 80, what are we actually, 86th pitch from Lupus.
I got him at 90 on my game changer.
Interesting. Bulldogs has him at 86.
I think it might just be a few pitches behind for you for some reason.
Oh, yeah, you're right. That one popped the edge of the infield. Boober making the call. He makes the catch for out number 1. Looks like we got a pinch hitter.
Now batting number 6, Aiden
Number
Harding.
6, Aiden Harding, pinch hitting in that spot that's already Takahara already took over for Sweeney in that spot, so it's Harding.
Yeah, maybe he comes on and plays second as well. We'll see.
.91 pitches for Lupus. In there, call or swinging strike 1.
Yeah, 5 1/3, 6 hits, 1 earned, 5 Ks for Lupus.
Throw over to Taylor, to Everhart at first. He gets back in time. Actually, might be a courtesy runner out there. There's not. Interesting. That one low, ball 1. The 1-1 delivery swung on for strike 2. One, 2 the count here, 1 out on Harding, the pinch hitter. The 1-2, that one fouled off to the netting on the first base side. One-two delivery outside, ball 2. Sifford's able to keep it in front of him. The 2-2 delivery from Lupus. Called strike 3. Lupus with a clutch strikeout for strikeout number 6. That's the second time that spot, the 9th spot, is struck out tonight.
That's that bottom inside corner that we talk about all the time. Very tough pitch to hit. Froze hard in that time. And Mike Lupus continues to pitch well for the Dogs here tonight.
Engel due up. He doubled in his last plate appearance in the 5th inning. First pitch in there's a ball. Throw over. That one gets away, but not too far away from Rubenthal as he keeps Everhard at first. The 1-0 delivery. Outside, ball 2 to Engel. Trying to get out of this jam, per se, here. She got 1 runner on, 2 outs. Probably the last inning. That one swung on, hit into left field, coming in on his Grove. And he makes the catch for out number 3. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th inning. After this 60-second break, you're tuned into EPAC Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR TV 10. Back in 60 seconds.
Looking for some nightlife? Then look no further. Laddie's Bar and Grill has a full bar and kitchen, pool table, and entertainment with great food at affordable prices. You can dine in or carry out by calling us at 304-263-5233. Laddie's is open Monday through Saturdays from 8 a.m. to 3 a.m. and Sundays from 10 a.m. to 3 a.m. We serve breakfast all day long, and our lunch and dinner specials are posted every day on our Facebook page. So stop on in to Laddie's Bar and Grill, located at 107 Lutz Avenue in Martinsburg.
You've been in an accident. The choice of a lawyer may be the biggest decision you make for you and your family's future. At Mansion Ferretti, we offer a free consultation and no fees until we win your case. Call us today and protect your future. Mansion Ferretti, when you need justice.
Welcome back to P.O. Faulkner Park here. Bottom 6. Montgomery still on the mound for the Cardinals. Martinsburg up 9-1 here. Due up 4, 5, and 6 hitters, Lupus, Sifford, and Rubenthal. Lupus, sac fly RBI in the first, a walk, and then a single in the 4th.
Now batting for the Bulldogs, number 3, Michael Lupus.
First pitch into Lupus is high and inside for ball 1. The 1-0 delivery. That one smacked foul. So it goes past the third base, but in foul territory. The 1-1 delivery, that one smacked down the line again, right over to the third baseman. And he is safe as he can't reach it in Girardin. He'll throw over to first, drags Bromwell off the bag. So 1 on for the Bulldogs. On the leadoff man gets on. So we got a courtesy runner for Lupus. Can't quite tell who that is.
Number 23, Jackson Steen.
Jackson Steen will be the courtesy runner here. Courtesy the Berkeley Post 14 Hornets, the Premier Legion team here in the Eastern Panhandle.
Number 4, Landon Sifford.
Lupus reaches base. Sifford smacks that one into left center field. Coming to make the grab on it is Compton, but Sifford with a good piece of hitting there, Nick, just unfortunately right to the left or center fielder.
Yeah, good contact, but Compton comes over there, makes a nice play on the move. He plays a pretty good center field for Spring Mills. We've seen him make a few different nice plays here tonight. The diving catch earlier there, a play on the run on a hard hit line drive from Landon Sifford.
That one on Rubenthal, he fouls that one off. And just as Nick comes back, it knocks it out.
We need to figure something out with that.
I think you got to intertwine it through the netting.
I blame Colin.
Easy guy to blame, isn't he? On his birthday, nonetheless.
And he can't hear me. So.
And he can't. Easy guy to blame. That one smacked into left field, but again, right to the fielder who can't make the catch. That one goes to the wall. Coming around to score is Steen. Going into third is Rubenthal. It's 10-1 Martinsburg with the winning run, the 10-run rule run on third base. Nearly was a fly out to the left fielder. He's unable to grab it. That's the second time tonight.
It took kind of like a weird
ruling it a triple
there at the last second.
It's being ruled a triple for Rubenthal.
Yeah, well, the outfielder never really got a glove on it, so I think that's why you would rule it a triple.
First pitch into Isaac Grove, who could walk things off here in the bottom of the sixth inning. Would definitely be helpful for the Martinsburg Arms as Lupus approaching the pitch count limit. That one smacked, and it's going to be an out, gloved by Bromwell. That one was going foul, but a great glove by the transfer, Bromwell.
Yeah, he's had a good night, defensively for this Spring Mills team. It's unfortunate that he dealt with that injury. Or maybe Spring Mills' record would be a little bit better than it is at this point of the year.
Murphy Clement due up, looking to bring in the winning run for the Bulldogs. He's already had a triple tonight. And a 2 RBI double. First pitch in there for a strike.
But that last hit, 10th hit of the night for Martinsburg.
That one down the line, but foul. Goes right past head coach Aaron Byler.
And really, you've gotten production from pretty much everybody in the lineup. Everybody's reached base, so that's a good night.
0-1 delivery high, ball one. Montgomery on in relief, 1 2/3 so far. The 1-1 delivery swung on and missed by Clement. That was a 1-2, excuse me. That'll end the inning on a strikeout, but not before Martinsburg's able to add one insurance run and make it 10-1, as it looks like Oviedo might come in for the Bulldogs. We'll step aside for a 6-second break and get that for sure. After this 6-second break, you're tuned in to EPAC Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10 back in 60.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
Locust Hill Golf Course invites you to historic Charlestown, West Virginia for 18 holes of phenomenal golf. We're just an hour drive from the Baltimore-D.C. Beltway, 1/2 hour from Winchester and Leesburg, Virginia, as well as Hagerstown and Frederick, Maryland. Each tee offers challenges across the 35 acres of lakes, ponds, and streams, which come into play on 11 holes. The Blue Ridge Mountains also provide a breathtaking backdrop to Locust Hill. Schedule your tee time today at www.locusthillgolfcourse.com or call 304-728-7300. That's 304-728-7300. Welcome back here to P.O. Faulkner Park. Pitching change. Michael Lupus's night is done after a great night for the senior. 6 innings, 6 hits, 1 run, 1 earned, 2 walks, 6 strikeouts on 100 pitches, exactly 64 for strikes, facing 28 batters. Pitching change is brought to you by Small Insurance Group in Martinsburg, your total insurance solution at 121 Administrative Drive. Call 304-263-3361. Nick, you have the numbers on Oviedo for the season.
Yeah, let me get it here real quick. Braden Oviedo has been good for the Dogs so far. 14 innings pitched, 1-1 record. It's interesting. They give him the closer music, but he hasn't had any saves this season. So. But 4 ERA for him, 2 hit by pitches, 17 strikeouts. So 7 walks. Been pretty solid in a bullpen role for the most part. A few starts here and there.
Believe it'll be a straight switch. So Lupus goes to third. Tomorrow we'll see him playing first most likely, as after he pitches he goes to first the day after. Rubenthal will be pitching most likely tomorrow.
Right, unless Carson Buber were to somehow be pitching after Michael Lupus. Then he'd be playing third.
That's true. There you go. First pitch into Compton. Then the second one is in, and a catch by Murphy Clement. He makes an interesting grab there for the first out.
Yeah, he almost overran it looked like, but came back and made the catch. So
Cardinals down to their final 2 outs. Due up to the plate,
Now batting number 4,
the designated hitter, Aiden Eckelberger, who walked, had a single, and was hit by the pitch in the 5th inning. That one right back up the middle to Oviedo. 1 pitch, another out, as he makes the 1-3 ground out. Now down to the final out are the Cardinals. It's Alex Bromwell.
Now batting number 24, Alex Bromwell,
who popped out, had a single, and he had an RBI single in the 5th. That one outside for ball 1 in the other batter's box for Oviedo. The 1-0 delivery swung on and hit into left field, but out of play.
Yeah, Bromwell gave it a good ride, but went foul and out of play.
1-1 the count.
Certainly a talented player in this Cardinal lineup.
That one high for ball 2, 2-1. Player that had season partially derailed by injury, but great to see him back in the lineup and playing every day. That one inside, ball 3, 3-1. Obviously, Oviedo kind of pitching cautiously to him. He's had 2 singles tonight and an RBI single.
And he jumped on a pitch just a few moments ago.
3-1 delivery. That popped up right center field. Murphy Clement calls him off, and that is the ball game. Martinsburg wins 10-1. They improve to 13-8 and 5-3 in the EPAC. Spring Mills falls to 4-13 and 2-5 in the conference. We'll step aside for a 2-minute break. When we come back, we'll have the Rocks fast, fresh, friendly postgame show. You're tuned into EPAC Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR TV 10 back in 2 minutes.
There's a local family moving in our territory.
What do you want from me?
Taste it. It's really good.
We're going to the mattresses.
It's not personal. It's strictly business. Leave the guns. Take the pizza.
Rocks, now serving hot, fresh pizza to die for.
Ow, that really hurt.
Happiness grows here. Orr's Farm Market.
Spring has sprung. Time to head to Orr's Farm Market to find your flowers, veggie plants, bagged mulches, and potting soil. Visit our bakery counter to try our new homemade quiches, pepperoni rolls, and don't forget our pie flavor of the month for April, Boston cream pie. We have West Virginia food products, local coffee, honey, maple syrup, dairy, and meat. We have 25 new Orr's jam and salsa flavors for you to try. Check us out at orrsfarmmarket.com, and remember, Orr's Farm Market, happiness grows here.
To get the best opportunity to be seen and recruited, join the American Legion Post 14 Hornets baseball team. Managed by Trip Tobin, Post 14 will prepare you for the next level by playing the best possible schedule, along with an experienced coaching staff and alumni coming back to help guide you through the process. Don't believe me? Ask Washington Patriot and Fairmont State commit Cam Moore.
I've gotten a lot of looks with Post 14, more than any other team. It's probably been one of my favorite teams to play for.
The Berkeley Post 14 Hornets are the premier Legion baseball team in the area.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
Welcome back to P.O. Faulkner Park. It's time for the postgame show, the Rock's fast, fresh, friendly postgame show. Rock's local markets with convenient locations all around the Eastern Panhandle. Rock's fast, fresh, and friendly. Spencer Dupuy, Nick Verzolini, happy to have you with us. Cameramen this evening, John Alderton, Colin McLaughlin back in the studio. Is Dylan Bishop. Nick Verzolini on the field waiting to interview our player of the game tonight. We'll wait on that, but we'll get game summary brought to you by Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies. When it comes to your home, auto, farm, or business, they're reliable, they're trusted, reliable, and experienced. Call them at 304-263-0809 or go to FMIWV.com. Martinsburg got out to the quick start, 1-0 in the first inning. And then they added 2 in the second, including a Jordan Canby solo shot to left field, then 5 in the third, 1 in the fourth. It was a shutout until the 5th inning when Lupus gave up a run, and then Martinsburg got another insurance run in the 6th to make it 10-1. It's now time for game stats. Those brought to you by Bechtel Jewelers, West Virginia's largest Pandora retailer on Route 11 South and Inwood, taking care of you like nobody's business. Start first with the Bulldogs here. On the mound is Michael Lupus getting the win. 6 innings strong. He's now 5-1 on the season on the mound. 6 innings, 6 hits, 1 run, 1 earned, 2 walks, 6 strikeouts. Oviedo comes in 1 inning of relief and allows nothing. 100 pitches for Lupus, only 8 for Oviedo. And then looking at the lineup here, Canby 1 for 2, 2 runs scored, 2 RBIs, the solo shot, a walk. Oviedo 0 for 3 on the night with a walk. Buber 3 for 4, 2 runs. Lupus 1 for 2 with 1 RBI and a walk. Sifford 1 for 4 with 1 RBI. Rubenthal 1 for 3 with 2 RBIs. Grove a run scored and a walk. Clement 2 for 4, 2 RBIs. And Everhart is 2 for 2 with an RBI. 1 hit for Engel, 1 hit for Eckelberg, 2 hits for Bromwell and an RBI, 1 hit for Cumley, 1 hit for Everhart. And 2 1/3 is the loss for Girardin. 4 hits, 8 runs, 8 earned, 3 walks, 1 strikeout. Cumley 1 inning, 1 2/3 innings, 4 walks, 1 strikeout, 1 run, 1 earned, 1 strikeout. Montgomery 2 innings, 2 hits, 1 run, none earned, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts. We'll now send it down to Nick, who's got 2 players for me. Nick, take it away.
Thank you, Spencer. We're down here with Jordan Canby and Michael Lupus of the Martinsburg Bulldogs after Martinsburg's 10-1 win over Spring Mills. Jordan, we'll start with you. You get that home run. I know it's been a little bit of slump for you at the plate at times. How'd that feel to get that home run?
Oh man, it felt great. You know, after a rough, just a rough week at Myrtle Beach, it felt good to come back here and get that home run. It always feels good to get a home run, especially when you're an infield single man like that. So yeah, it was awesome.
And Michael, for you on the mound and at the plate, you had a successful day out there. I guess we'll start with your pitching performance. What do you think was clicking for you with the pitching?
Oh, everything was clicking. Umpire had a wide strike zone. So I was just nailing that outside and just kept nailing it. And it just worked out at the end of the night.
And overall, for you guys at the plate, as a team, everybody got on base. Everybody found a way to contribute. So what were you guys what was the approach tonight heading into the game?
Oh, just sit on that fastball. We were waiting on that fastball. Sat back, drove it into the outfield, and it worked out.
Jordan, how do you feel about the win and to get a win over Spring Mills? You guys sweep them on the year. Obviously, an important EPAC win here tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Just like you mentioned, EPAC games are always the games that we really want to win. After having that rough loss against East Hardy a couple days ago, it was definitely rough. But to come back here and show that we are still a dominant team and that we are ready to get that sectional tournament.
Quick turnaround for you guys. Early start tomorrow. What are some things you'll need to do for that game?
Well, you gotta put this game behind. Yeah, we got to win, but we got to move on to the next game and bright and early in the morning. So got to wake up, get some coffee, whatever you need, and let's get it done.
All right, guys, good luck tomorrow, and we'll see you tomorrow. Now I'll be joined by the head coach of the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Aaron Byler. Coach, we'll start with the team performance there, a 10-1 win over Spring Mills, and I mentioned to them everybody got on base tonight, so everybody was able to contribute for you from the lineup.
Might be the overall best game we've played as far as everybody contributing, everybody doing their job, kind of just playing good baseball. I thought there were lots of situations where we moved runners, we got bunts down. So just proud of their effort, proud of how they played the baseball game all the way around tonight.
Michael Lupus gives you another good performance on the mound. In his senior year, he's really starting to come on and just pitch great for you guys.
Yeah, that's 3 Friday night home games, Jefferson, Spring Mills, and Hedgesville that Mike's went out there and just been phenomenal. So you can't say enough about him, the senior year that he's having. Just super proud of him.
For Jordan Canby, our other player of the game, for him to get a home run, I know he's had kind of a rough stretch at the plate, and definitely good to see that.
Yeah, it's no secret Jordan's been struggling a little bit. He struggled a little bit at the beach, but I thought at East Hardy he started to break out of it. He had a hit against Washington, and just such a tremendous kid. So you love to see him hit that home run and get going. Hopefully his knee's a little banged up with that collision there at first, so hopefully that's not lingering tomorrow, but we'll see what happens.
It's always good to get an EPAC win. You're able to beat Spring Mills here tonight, sweep them on the season, and then a quick turnaround for you guys tomorrow.
All wins are good. EPAC wins are better. We'll see how we respond tomorrow. We've been in this situation a couple times with the early turnaround. Last weekend at the beach, we didn't respond very well. So a couple weeks ago when we played Greenbrier East with a quick turnaround, we responded. So I challenged them out there to respond tomorrow and the week successfully. Keep things going. They're 16, 17, 18-year-old kids. They got prom tomorrow night. They got a big win tonight, and they got to play a 10 o'clock baseball game. So it's our job to make sure we get them going, and hopefully they'll be here and be ready to go.
All right, Coach, thank you. Good luck tomorrow.
Thanks, Nick.
Back to you, Spencer.
Thank you, Nick. Catching up with head coach Aaron Byler and our WVU Medicine Player of the Games, Jefferson and Berkeley Medical Centers, leading healthcare here and everywhere. And I'm the one getting slack for doing co-players of the game, and now Nick pulls out co-players of the game. No slack there for him. Great nights from Lupus on the mound and from Canby at the plate. But we're going to wrap things up here, folks, as we'll be back here in about 12 hours. 12 hours and 5 minutes. We'll be on the air at 9:40 a.m. for the 10 a.m. first pitch between Martinsburg and Grace Academy. For our cameramen tonight, John Alderson, Colin McLaughlin, Nick Verzolini, I'm Spencer Puy saying so long. You'll hear from Dylan Bishop back in the studio after this 2-minute break. You're tuned into EPAC Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Have a great rest of your night, everyone.
The Honda HR-V, CR-V, Pilot, Passport, and Ridgeline. They all have one thing in common. They never back off from a challenge. Available with all-wheel drive, the Honda SUV lineup has the performance you can count on and the capability to amaze. It's no wonder Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com named Honda the 2022 Best Value brand.
CMA's Honda of Winchester, 3985 Valley Pike. CMA, moving lives forward.
Based on 2022 brand image awards from Kelley Blue Book, visit KBB.com for more information.
Locust Hill Golf Course invites you to historic Charlestown, West Virginia for 18 holes of phenomenal golf. We're just an hour drive from the Baltimore, D.C. Beltway, 1/2 hour from Winchester and Leesburg, Virginia, as well as Hagerstown and Frederick, Maryland. Each tee offers challenges across the 35 acres of lakes, ponds, and streams, which come into play on 11 holes. The Blue Ridge Mountains also provide a breathtaking backdrop to Locust Hill. Schedule your tee time today at www.locusthillgolfcourse.com or call 304-728-7300. That's 304-728-7300.
To get the best opportunity to be seen and recruited, join the American Legion Post 14 Hornets baseball team. Managed by Trip Tobin, Post 14 will prepare you for the next level by playing the best possible schedule, along with an experienced coaching staff and alumni coming back to help guide you through the process. Don't believe me? Ask Washington Patriot and Fairmont State commit Cam Moore.
I've gotten a lot of looks with Post 14 more than any other team. It's probably been one of my favorite teams to play for.
The Berkeley Post 14 Hornets are the premier Legion baseball team in the area.
Hi, Crescia Hornby here. Larry DeMarco, broker of Modern Realty Results, believes he has some of the best real estate agents in the Eastern Panhandle. Agents at Modern Realty Results have years of experience and knowledge of the local real estate market. Agents within the office work as a team to provide quality customer service. We strive to always ensure client satisfaction through handling every transaction with honesty and integrity, all while offering competitive rates. Modern Realty Results is veteran-owned and managed. Please call us at 262-4222, modernrealtyresults.com.
Welcome into the Postgame Scoreboard Show here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10, brought to you by Cody's Auto Body at 851 Wilson Street in Martinsburg, where you get the work done right the first time. Call 304-901-4777 or visit their Facebook page. Dylan Bishop here with the Postgame Scoreboard Show following a 10-1 victory for the Martinsburg Bulldogs over the Spring Mills Cardinals in varsity baseball action. I want to get to some scores from around the rest of the baseball world so far. We got some games going on right now. Top of the ninth in Philadelphia, 4-3 lead for the Phillies over the Rockies. Bottom nine in the Bronx, 6-1 deficit for the Yankees as they're down to their final 3 outs. Tied at 4 apiece between the Astros and the Braves in the top of the eighth. Bottom 5 in Arlington for the Rangers against the Athletics, 4-3 lead for the Rangers. Top of the sixth, Brewers leading the Red Sox 3-2. Bottom 6 in Minnesota, 2-0 lead for the Twins over the Nationals, and just getting started, 0-0 top of the first in Anaheim for the Angels and the Royals. Couple games that have gone final today in the major leagues. 13-0 victory for the Cubs over the Dodgers. A 4-2 win for the Pirates over the Reds, an 8-7 victory for the Rays at home over the White Sox, and a walk-off win for the Orioles, 2-1 over the Tigers. That one just ending from Camden Yards. Get you some scores from basketball here as the NBA playoffs are continuing on tonight, as the Knicks and the Cavaliers are currently underway. Halftime at Madison Square Garden, 45-32, the Knicks lead the Cavaliers, and a final from Atlanta in Game 3 of that series, a 130-122 win for the Hawks to cut the series lead for Boston to 2-1. And that Game 3 in Madison Square Garden, tied 1 apiece, are the Knicks and the Cavaliers. Coming up at a 9:43 expected tip from Minnesota, it'll be the Timberwolves and the Nuggets in Game 3 as the Timberwolves try to take their first game of the series down 2-0 against Denver. And we'll look at some scores from the NHL. Last but not least, 2 games going on right now. Bruins with a 2-0 lead against the Panthers in the third period, and a 3-1 lead for the Islanders over the Hurricanes with 2 minutes left. So again, this has been the Cody's Auto Body post-game scoreboard show here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10, following a 10-1 victory for the Martinsburg Bulldogs baseball team over the Spring Mills Cardinals. This has been Dylan Bishop for Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10 signing off. Hoping you have a great rest of your Friday night and a great weekend.
You've been listening to West Virginia High School Baseball. Today's game broadcast has been brought to you by
Parsons Ford of Martinsburg, The Skinner Law Firm, Laddie's, Trips Flooring, Jambo Construction and Fencing, the Mirius Group of Financial Advisors, Smallwood and Small Insurance, CMA Honda of Winchester, Bechtel Jewelers, Cody's Auto Body, Rock's Local Markets, CMA Toyota Chevrolet of Martinsburg, Orsini's Home Store, Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies, WVU Medicine Berkeley and Jefferson Medical Centers, the Mansion Ferretti Law Firm, and by Hagerstown Ford.
For the continued excitement of high school, college, and Major League Baseball, keep it tuned to FM 106.5, AM 740, Comcast Cable Channel 10, and online talk radio WRNR.com. All rights reserved.